that these worries will not last. I can see you've been crying and staying wide awake, asking yourself why the journey is so tough. They say tough times never last, only tough people do. So don't stop believing, I know it's gonna be better. Say la, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, la, 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 ba-dum. Can't be loved by everybody, it's impossible, you know. And trust me, it's okay, so let the toxic people go. Your peace within is more priceless than a pearl. You got to be happy, cause life's just way too short. Don't stress the little things, they will only waste your time. Just take it easy, easy like a nursery rhyme. And I'm singing, I know it's gonna be okay. So I wanna see you smile today. Hey, you just gotta be happy, man. Good days, bad days, it's all part of life. But you must keep the groove on and enjoy every single day. I'm sure you've had some happy days before. So what makes you think you can't have more? Keep on fighting and you'll see. You will soon see rainbows. Hey, come on! La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. On the way. Beautiful clouds, where you are, where you are. There are beautiful clouds, where you are, where you are. Oh, oh.
It helped our parliamentary effort. It helped us build confidence in the constituencies, and it helped us prepare for victory. I did not complete my term. That is a matter known to all. But I never abandoned the NPP. Even after my suspension, I continued to support candidates and constituencies. I continued to believe in this party. I continue to hope for its renewal. Today, I say with humility that what we started then, we can do again, and we can do it better. The NPP must return to power. The NPP must return power to its structures. We must strengthen polling stations. We must strengthen electoral areas. We must strengthen constituencies. We must give regional executives the tools to work. And we must ensure that the party communication is not only from Accra to the regions, but from the grassroots up to the national leadership. As a national chairman, I'll be a team player, but at the same time, I'll be a field commander, a reconciler, an organizer, a fundraiser, a disciplinarian, a listener, and a servant of the party. Now we come to the third R, which is that we must recapture power. The NPP has a unique opportunity to return to government if we do the right things. Ghana remains a country of enterprise, talent, energy, and ambition. Our people want jobs. Our traders want relief. Our businesses want stability. Our farmers want support. Our young people want opportunity. Our professionals want a country that rewards hard work. Our entrepreneurs want a government that understands and enables enterprise. The NPP has always been the party of opportunity. We are the party of private initiative. We are the party of property-owning democracy. We are the party that believes that when citizens are free, empowered, and educated, and supported, they can build prosperity for the nation and for themselves. We must return boldly to these roots. To the business community, I say this: the NPP must regain your trust. We know that mistakes were made. We know that some of you felt disappointed. We know that some policies and actions previously created hardship, uncertainty, or frustration. As a party, we must have the humility to listen, to learn, and to correct what went wrong. But we must also remind Ghana that the NPP remains the natural home of business, enterprise, innovation, and wealth creation. We must work with traders, manufacturers, farmers, transport operators, artisans, professionals, contractors, technology entrepreneurs, and young startups to build a new prosperity agenda for our country. To the youth of Ghana and the youth of our party, I say this: your time is not tomorrow. Your time is now. You are not merely foot soldiers. You are not merely social media voices. You are not merely campaign volunteers. You are the generation that must steer Ghana into the 21st century prosperity that we envision. I repeat this, for the youth of our country and our party, your future is not tomorrow, it's now. The world is changing. Artificial intelligence, digital technology, robotics, biotechnology, renewable energy, agri-tech, fintech, and data-driven enterprise are reshaping nations all across the globe. Ghana cannot be left behind. Yes. The NPP must become the party that prepares young Ghanaians for this new world. We must build a party that gives young people space to rise. We must assure them that their path in the party will not be blocked by old habits, closed circles, or fear of new energy. We must open the doors of leadership, mentorship, innovation, and opportunity to the young ones. It is important for the future of our party and therefore for the country. To the women of our party and of Ghana, I say this, in all seriousness, I say this. No serious renewal of the NPP can take place without women at the center of it. Women are organizers. I don't need to explain myself. We all know women are good and great organizers. Women are communicators. Women are business leaders. Women are professionals, and we have them all over. They abound. Even in this room, I can point to university lecturers who are women. Women are farmers, they are traders, they are caregivers, and they are strategists. Women are the backbone of our homes, communities, and party structures. And if you remember, for those of you who have heard of the late, great Dr. Aggrey, and here I'm going to paraphrase what he said. He said, if you educate a man, you just educate an individual. But you educate a woman, and you educate a whole nation. This is how central women are and will be under an Afoko-led NPP. As national chairman, I will work to ensure that women are not treated as an appendix or an appendage to the party agenda, but as a central pillar.
Mr. Speaker, at the airport, detained for over 3 days, Mr. Speaker, and now they are demanding properties worth 55 million cedis before he's granted bail. Let's be careful, my dear political colleagues. Let's be careful, Ghanaian political leaders. It can be somebody today. There is an election ahead. You can never tell. Don't let us encourage some of these excesses. And when we talk about it, don't look at it with a partisan lens. It can be you. Today, we hear what is happening at Gold Board. There are all manner of allegations at Gold Board. We know all manner of allegations in various state institutions. You are also in charge of the coffers. You are in charge of the press. Be careful. Don't ask somebody. He has a wife and children. Already the man was affected by the flood. He lost everything. He's already traumatized. Miracles Abuaji is already traumatized because of the flood. Then to worsen it, you detain him for 3 days and you say if he wants his freedom, he should bring properties worth 50 million cedis. How do you do this? And this is not something that must attract a partisan reaction. It is a human rights issue. The Attorney General must come to this house and brief us on what is happening. Mr. Speaker, It's not good for the politics of our country. Some of my colleagues here, Mr. Speaker, sometimes when they speak on critical issues, they get invitation to Iyoko, to BNI, and all of that. We've kept quiet about it. Now it has gotten to our party executives. We shouldn't do this to ourselves. Mr. Speaker, we shouldn't do this to ourselves. Iyoko can investigate.
Honorable Minority
Mr.
Leader.
Speaker, let me conclude on it.
Please conclude.
I'm concluding on it. Mr. Speaker, Iyoko can investigate. Iyoko can do its work with a human face. An invitation to Miracles Abuaji to appear before Iyoko would have solved everything. In any event, the man was already attending upon them. Anytime they invited him, he was there. Why the Rambo star? Our friends opposition should not be happy, because you see, Mr. Speaker, not long ago I was there, and some of them, when they cried upon some of us, we listened and we stopped some excesses.
Honorable Minority
So we'll
Leader,
keep quiet.
please land safely.
Mr. Speaker, I'm landing. Miracles Abuaji deserve justice. The country must not shut its eyes on the excesses by Iyoko. And Majority Leader, please program the Attorney General to come before this House and address us on what is happening at Iyoko. The human rights abuses, we will not take it as a House.
Next level. The one in Satan is in a weapon. Next level. The one in Satan is in a weapon. Next level. The one in Satan is in a weapon. Next level. The one in Satan is in a weapon. All the conditions they pay the nation, second with pride.
In the aftermath of the floods that affected a lot of the southern coastal part of our country, I deemed it necessary for us to...
Yes, Mr. Speaker, finally, can the Minister of Justice and Attorney General be programmed, Mr. Speaker, urgently to come and brief this House on the activities of Iyoko? Mr. Speaker, we are a House with oversight responsibility. Mr. Speaker, there are things that are happening. If we don't talk about it today, tomorrow the other side may be wearing the shoe. Mr. Speaker, the Director of Communications of our party, Miracles Abuaji, was arrested and detained by Iyoko at the airport. Mr. Speaker, he has been in custody for over 3 days. We are not against accountability. We are against the Rambo star. Mr. Speaker, our colleagues should not be up in arms. It can be them tomorrow. Mr. Speaker, what is happening to Miracle Abuaji is not good for our democracy. The Attorney General should come to this house and brief us of the situation. There, Iyoko will arrest people if the person was in the country, has traveled, he's coming, then in a Rambo style, he's arrested. Mr. Speaker, at the airport, detained for over 3 days. Mr. Speaker, and now they are demanding properties worth 55 million cedis before he's granted bail. Let's be careful, my dear political colleagues. Let's be careful, Ghanaian political leaders. It can be somebody today. There is an election ahead. You can never tell. Don't let us encourage some of these excesses. And when we talk about it, don't look at it with a partisan lens. It can be you. Today, we hear what is happening at Gold Board. There are all manner of allegations at Gold Board. We know all manner of allegations in various state institutions. You are also in charge of the coffers. You are in charge of the press. Be careful. Don't ask somebody. He has a wife and children. Already the man was affected by the flood. He lost everything. He's already traumatized. Miracles Abuaji is already traumatized because of the flood. Then to worsen it, you detain him for 3 days and you say if he wants his freedom, he should bring properties worth 50 million cedis. How do you do this? And this is not something that must attract a partisan reaction. It is a human rights issue. The Attorney General must come to this house and brief us on what is happening. Mr. Speaker, it's not good for the politics of our country. Some of my colleagues here, Mr. Speaker, sometimes when they speak on critical issues, they get invitation to Iyoko, to BNI, and all of that. We've kept quiet about it. Now it has gotten to our party executives. We shouldn't do this to ourselves. Mr. Speaker, we shouldn't do this to ourselves. Iyoko can investigate.
Honorable Minority
Mr.
Leader.
Speaker, let me conclude on it.
Please conclude.
I'm concluding on it. Mr. Speaker, Iyoko can investigate. Iyoko can do its work with a human face. An invitation to Miracles Abuaji to appear before Iyoko would have solved everything. In any event, the man was already attending upon them. Anytime they invited him, he was there. Why the Rambo star? Our friends opposition should not be happy. Because, you see, Mr. Speaker, not long ago, I was there. And some of them, when they cried upon some of us, we listened and we stopped some excesses.
Honorable Minority
so we'll
Leader,
keep quiet.
please land safely.
Mr. Speaker, I'm landing. Miracles Abuaji deserve justice.
Basing his own interpretation on the phrase that when an account, I am your co-equal. I am your co-equal. I am your co-equal. I am in leadership. I am your co-equal. You are my classmate. You are my classmate. I am your co-equal. Be a Democrat. Be a Democrat for once and listen to the talk. You are out of order. You are speaking hot air. There's no evidence based on what you are saying. A subject of proceedings does not amount to a substantive court order. Here that today.
Please. Speaker, the Honorable Kojo Opong Nkrumah, Honorable Kojo, read Article 36, and with your Speaker, Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, I quote. I heard the Honorable Kojo Opong say that this government have not presented any policy document to this House, with the exception of 24-hour economy. Yes, whatever it is, you are wrong and it's inaccurate, and you are misleading this House. Mr. Speaker, President Mahama and government have honored our pledge to the Ghanaian people in Article 36(5), which states, and I read, for the purposes of the foregoing clauses of this article, within 2 years after assuming office, the President shall, present to Parliament a coordinated program of economic and social development policies, emphasis my economic and social development policies. As far back February, this policy document and blueprint was presented to this August House. No, we have. Look, no, Mr. I'll even quote the date. I think 18 February. Go back to your file. Look, Mr. Speaker, I'll give you more details. The president was in Lusaka, Zambia, when his attention was drawn to this matter. And then he reached out to the majority leader, who assured him that that document had been laid before Parliament. So it has been laid accordingly and referred. So to say that there is no policy document before this House, you are misleading this House. I'm aware that it has been laid.
Honorable Minister for Education.
Yes, it was laid.
What is your point of order?
It is with great honor and profound privilege that I welcome Your Excellency to the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology on this auspicious occasion of your official working visit. Your presence here today clearly underscores the high priority this administration places on environmental sustainability and resilient science and technology ecosystem. Mr. Vice President, we are deeply encouraged by your commitment to engaging directly with sector ministries, and we view this visit as a testimony to this government's determination to ensure effective coordination and optimal performance across all sectors in fulfillment of our government's research agenda.
We were first established in 1993, reconstituted in 2009, renamed Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology in 2025. Our mandate is to initiate and formulate policies on environment, science, technology, and innovation, coordinate, monitor, and evaluate sector plans for national development. We are also the principal advisor to government on environmental sustainability.
Your Excellency, I'm pleased to report that this ministry, in collaboration with our agencies, have made significant strides in advancing government's agenda. Key among these achievements are the institutionalization of the biannual environmental science and technology, we call it BEST Forum, to close the gap between research and commercialization. Cabinet approval for Space Agency Bill and Science, Technology and Innovation has also been received. Through its GMO certification service, the National Biosafety Authority has certified export commodities such as cocoa powder, cashew, moringa, peanuts, turmeric, and other products for the international market. Again, the ministry has established the Common Market Office and the Carbon Registry to guide the implementation of carbon market projects in Ghana. In terms of employment and improved service, I'm happy to announce that 32 new district offices of the Environmental Protection Agency have been established in line with the new mandate of the EPA. Your Excellency, I can also report to you that Ghana has signed an agreement with the governments of Singapore, Switzerland, and Sweden, with South Korea being the latest to mobilize resources under Article 6 of the Paris Agreement.
I want to thank you for your kind welcome. So we are very happy to be here. Of course, this one has been particularly difficult because of what has happened to us last year. And I want to thank you for observing the moment of silence. I think that is one of the ways in which you can pay tribute to the efforts of our colleague. Definitely when we talk about science, as we all know, it's universal, it's about all of us. And you talked about the environment, and I'll come there. You know, when we had this trouble, it's like it was somebody else who caused the trouble. We know it was all of us. So let us also accept our weaknesses so we can solve the problems. So you were talking about enforcing the rules. The rules must precede with public education. We must all understand why this is important. Then we follow with the sanctions and so on. That if we don't take care of our environment, then we are not even taking care of ourselves. If we continue poisoning our land and our waters, it means we don't want to live. And if we want to live the hard way, that cannot be helpful to any of us. You know, since science is universal, I see a lot of links between your ministry and the others. Going forward, we need to ensure that we are collaborating even more, regardless the ministries that house the different aspects of the work that we do. Thank you very much, and enjoy the week.
The minority leader has no right under the sun to suggest that where an investigative body has conducted a year-long investigation into a matter, has invited the suspects, and now has made a prima facie determination and is effecting arrest that may possibly lead to prosecution. The minority leader is on this floor saying that we should invite the Attorney General to come and respond to what? That we must not demand accountability from public office holders. Is it not the same man who stands on this floor and cautioning us that we as politicians we should be careful, and that it is the public servants who do all the things that we get blamed? And today when the public servant is getting blamed, you are saying that he shouldn't be blamed. So by all means we can do politics, but some of the things, Mr. Speaker, it must not be countenanced on this floor.
Mamabu government, this is the Young Comprehensive College in Ikorodu, Select 2 area. You can see what the security is doing, pouring all their debt into the gutter which leads to the canal. Now they are blaming government for flooding and everything in their area. These are the people that blocked the canal. You can see his face. I want Bayeje on Dasi ni want to care, even with the teachers. The Young Comprehensive College in Ikorodu. I think they still have more.
So I think that we all want to thank God Almighty and then thank the leadership of the President John Dramani Mahama, for these 2 days exercise of cleaning Accra and then the whole entire nation. What I want to say, that is a very good idea. Let us all hold ourselves. And first of all, I humbly want to express condolences to the demise of the people who lost their lives and lost properties on this flooding issue. We pray to God Almighty to find a space in their heart and to encourage them. Now, waste is a process. You generate the waste. You must keep it or have a dustbin and then place it into it. Then a vehicle will come and collect it and then dispose it very nicely for you. If that process or cycle doesn't happen, then that is a challenge. So what we are moving through the drains and other things, seeing all debris around, is a result of a failure system, which we have to try and fix it up. And I'm appealing to all Ghanaians that if you go to Dubai today and you see Dubai very neat, it was this before. It was like this before. The people supported and then they collaborated, and Dubai is what it is today. If you go to Singapore and you see Singapore very beautiful, they have been into this situation before as we have in Ghana, and they all collaborated. Ghana, we got there very easily. From 2008, when the whole country was clean, when we were hosting the African Cup of Nations, other countries were praising us that Ghana is a clean country. Today, Zoom Lion is in 29 countries. All other countries come and learn from us. When they come here, they appreciate what we have done here. And that is why they move us to go and work in Lagos, in Liberia, in Nairobi, and in Mombasa. They have seen the good work that Zoom Lion is practicing here. So it is Ghanaians who have supported us to practice this business here. So we are appealing to all Ghanaians that let's contribute let's contribute in every way that we can support this nation to to continue the cleanliness that we have achieved before and we continue to want to achieve. So what I'm pleading is that when you generate a waste, find a dustbin and place into it. You can call a waste contractor or the aboboya. They'll come and take it nicely and then they'll go and dispatch it. But if you don't do that, all of us, our lives at our risk. Because you see, life expectancy in Singapore is about 85 years. People don't die too much. They grow longer, about 85 years. Life expectancy in Ghana and other places is roughly by data 65 to 70. But we could have done that because the air quality and all the other things goes into the health. God created this world with a good environment that we all have to just inhale that fresh air into our body. But if we contaminate it, we all are just endangering our lives. So I'm pleading to all Ghanaians that let's all support and contribute. Let's find a way that we will not just be littering, but find a dustbin and place the waste into it, and then a vehicle will come. After all, when you find a place and you dispatch your waste into it, nobody charges you. So you find a way how best we all can contribute and make this country. This is the only country that we have, and it's the pride of Africa. Everything Ghanaians or Ghana has done, people accept it. So we also want to thank the Minister of Local Government, Religious Affairs and Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Honorable Ahmed. He's a very good leader, and the stewardship of his leadership in terms of trying to ensure that waste issues or sanitation issues are dealt with can be on record. So please, let us all support. I'm saying that Ghanaians, let us all support government to achieve the noble agenda. First of all, when you are doing a cleanup exercise, you sweep, you get to the drains, and then you take the silt out of it. They are all wet waste, so you just have to place it and let the water be settled out. Then you come. So by close of this evening, vehicles are going all around to take all those kind of waste that are on the shoulders of the drains. We're going to pick all of them in a tipper truck and discharge it at the treatment site. We are not going to leave any of them. It's an exercise that we'll be doing it tonight. All the treatment plants and the wasteland, the landfill sites are operating 24 hours. So we will make sure that all the transfer stations and all the landfills have access to this waste at the treatment plant site. So it's not going to be like we are finished and we've left the waste on the shoulders. No, it's going to happen. So I think that we all want to thank God Almighty and then thank the leadership of the President John Dramani Mahama, for these 2 days exercise of cleaning Accra and then the whole entire nation. What I want to say, that is a very good idea. Let us all hold ourselves. And first of all, I humbly want to express condolences to the demise of the people who lost their lives and lost properties on this flooding issue.
8 quality years of my life in fighting this thing, and I think it's a whole toll on me. And I wish that we come to that finality so that we know where our investments were, and at the end of the day, we'll be able to retrieve our money. But once at that, we think that the government of the Republic of Ghana has a responsibility. When there are disasters, unplanned disasters, governments over the years quickly step in to salvage the situation. 8 long years, we have lost close to 300 people, quality human lives. And if you ask the human capital people, one human resource is worth trillions of dollars. And we are
government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke.
All right, good morning. Thank you very much for joining the show. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. Today is the 15th of July 2026, and indeed, This is the day the Lord has made. We're glad that we have been able to return here to join the nation's conversation on the big issues that are making the rounds in our dear country, Ghana. My name is Awudu Moro, and I'll go straight ahead and look at what the papers are reporting this morning. I'll start with the Daily Graphic. It says that raw rubber exports ban shooter purchases. Graphic employee assaulted by Nungwa police officers. Terrible. I've read the story. It's something that we must not countenance. It's totally unacceptable. It's totally untenable. I mean, the way the chap was treated, we'll probably look at it on the show today. Public land rezoning requires parliamentary approval, according to LOCSAP. Supreme Court holds GN Savings and Loans license restoration. There's minorities seeking answers over Yoko arrest. The Ghanaian Times, it says that raw rubber export restrictions boosting local purchases, supporting government industrialization, RUPAG. Expensive politics shutting out competent leaders, according to Veep. And I totally agree with the Vice President. It's the type of politics that we do, the brand of politics that we do discourages persons who have the capacity to perhaps bring the kind of change we're looking for, not to even venture. A nationwide crackdown on illegal sand winning begins. Minerals Commission uncovers illegal network. There's BOG revokes ZPay license over regulatory breaches. SC halts restoration of GN Service license pending final determination. Daily Guide, it says the Gold Board injects 8.4 million cedis to fix Galamsey hit water plants. Afoko seeks MPP chairmanship on unity, reconciliation, and also ticket. Miracles arrest 50 million cedis bail. The inside story. Yoko Rambo style arrest threatening democracy, according to opinion marking. The Supreme Court holds GN Savings and Loans license restoration. The Insight says Gold Board commits 8.4 million cedis to restore 3 water supply systems in mining areas. 100 small defenses why Accra's floods demand distributed resilience, not another great pond. Cracks in MPP worrying, according to Paul Afoko. Minister says 43% of death in Ghana linked to non-communicable diseases. And there's a Education Ministry urges police to intensify efforts to arrest and prosecute the Bole SHS teacher. U.S. launches new attacks on Iran as Trump claims right to control Hormuz. This matter won't go away, will it? The Informer this morning says Bahama, Bamia Moniana, the Poultry Farmers Association angry with government over Nkoko Nkete. There's teacher shortage hits 1 in 5 districts. Bahama third-term agenda, Flagstaff House cracks. NPP warns NDC appointee says 2028 will change everything. Galamsey threatens Ghana's cocoa future. The Inquisitor says Obuasi with executive elections dispute, Kwarteng punches Nana Ayew, and as Afoko formally announces MPP chair bid. Gold Board commit 8.4 million cedis to restore water infrastructure. Atu to present media budget next week. The Ghanaian Publisher says Afoko's mission, Unite MPP Win 2028. Ochenhene pays tribute to Yana Abukari II. Gold Board commits 8.4 million cedis to fix 3 water systems. I worry for the NDC appointees, Ewuku warns. The News Center says Gold Board injects 8.4 million cedis into fixing 3 GWL plants. Afoko unveils 3Rs agenda to rebuild MPP, rallies party for 2028 comeback. Amankwa donates to Ayawaso West Wogon flood victims. And as government neglects sends energy sector debt soaring to 1.5 billion $1.5 billion US dollars. Okay. All right. And then there's IERPP's course President Mahama, 4.9 to 10 in first year. The Custodian says tension mounts in NDC over Mahama's third-term saga. Afoko launches chairmanship bid, promises to unite MPP. Impulsive Yoko blasted over cruel, oppressive bill conditions. Gold Board to fix 3 GWL plant with 8.4 million cedis. The Sato Forcing presents media budget on July 23. And then you have the Daily Post this morning that's reporting that Gold Board signs agreement to rehabilitate water supply systems in western and central regions for Ghana Water Limited. And then there's also this is beautiful, 4 patients receive first treatment at new cardiac catheterization laboratory at the National Cardiothoracic Center of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. I think it was just newly commissioned by the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. It looks like they've already gotten to work. Well, that's great, isn't it? That's why it was built anyway. The Business and Financial Times says BOG urged to set minimum fraud controls for PSPs. Industry bets on stable coins to reshape payments ecosystem. Ghana Commercial Bank MD calls for blended finance to bridge Africa's SME funding gap. And then there's also the sword and shield for fighting of bank insolvency. That's with the Business and Financial Times. And then you also have the Daily Searchlight. Miracles' arrest, minority chases Attorney General Yoko accused for human rights abuses. Don't do politics with nation's capital relocation. CAC Chairman Ghana. And then there's also Paula Foko on comeback bid as NPP National Chairman. There's xenophobic South Africa, Ghana's final 900 citizens coming home. England and Argentina set for epic clash today after Spain dominates France. It was a beautiful game yesterday, wasn't it? France against Spain. Total dominance over France. All right, so there's Afoko vows to reconnect NPP with grassroots, calls on disgruntled members to return to the party. And there's a book launch on public service delivery. Julius Jebra calls for improvement. One of these days we'll be looking at that book. I've just started reading it. We'll be looking at some aspects of that book. It's actually worth discussing. So we'll see how that goes. There's a Parliamentary Centre backs Council of State's position on dual citizenship amendment bill, and there's NHIA that disburses 1.2 billion cedis to healthcare provider payments cover first half of 2026. Government Feed Ghana program, Eriko Poku trains 506 Feed Ghana brigadiers to support agri transformation. There's Minister leads in cleanup exercise. That's also here on the Accra Times paper for today. All right, so let me check out what's on Metro TV online. It says France World Cup hopes and as Spain. Okay, I'll rather start with this one. Metro TV apologizes after false death report about Esther Araba Asabil. We're sorry about that. Sincerely apologize. And this is Finance Minister to present 2026 media budget review on July 26. Black Queens face Super Falcons in second and WAFCON preparatory friendly. And there's also France World Cup hopes as Spain outlast Le Bleu to reach the final. That's it for the newspaper and the online portal. So what are the quotes cards saying? Can we check that out ASAP before we kick on or kickstart with our conversation for today? So as you can see, our quote cards or what the quote cards are saying today, as always, quoting from MetroTVOnline.com. It says Kofi Adams backs Queiroz' 2-year Black Stars deal. That's right there. Supreme Court halts GN Savings license restoration. Okay, that's it. And then also Sand minus flee as NIMO's rate at our site, still with MetroTVOnline.com. Number 1 hands over 7 key docs in Men's Go trial. This is also here. BOG pulls ZPay's license over breaches. Right? There's YEA Partners Ghana Digital Centers to train 2,000 youth in future-ready digital skills. That's right there. All right, so that's it for the newspaper. Or let me say the banner headlines review, and also that of the online portals, and also what the quotecast is saying. Stay with us. It's Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. Please don't go anywhere.
Tanumo onunchoni hawo dangma chiechele wekun wani anutumo osole mojiake ubawo nani aya baba shushueshwe. Amen.
And there they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control. He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is Awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water, one for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Are you a headmaster, headmistress, parent, teacher, or an educator looking for high-quality textbooks for preschool, primary, and junior high school students? Look no further than Advocate Publishing Company. Advocate Publishing Company is a leading publisher of educational materials in Ghana that publishes very engaging, interactive, and comprehensive textbooks that meet the needs of students, teachers, and parents. Our textbooks are thoroughly published to make learning fun and easy. They are also designed to stimulate critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in students. Make Advocate Publishing your preferred choice for all your educational needs. Explore our range of textbooks and educational resources. Visit us at the old GNTC yard near Kingsway, Accra. You can contact us on 0503 786 776 or 02408 06354, also 0531 600 360, and connect with us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at Advo Publishing. Don't settle for less. Choose the best. Advocate Publishing Company, empowering young minds one textbook at a time. Think in publishing, think Advocate Publishing.
Finding my dream apartment in just 2 days was a breeze with 7terragh.com. Looking for your next home, the perfect piece of land, or the best commercial property for your business? Are you worried about sending money home for property and finding nothing when you return? Well, worry no more. 7terragh.com is just a platform to find prime lands, perfect properties, or vibrant real estate development at the click of a button. 7terragh.com is your go-to property listing platform that allows you to register, list, rent, buy or sell, and connect with correct agents. With our AI-powered smart search, personalized dashboards, verified agent connection, and interactive property maps, all your property needs have been made easier. Check us out on 7terragh.com or contact us on 0302 998 246 or 0561 032 252. 7terragh.com, powered by MNC Properties.
Mommy, good morning.
Good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana colorectal center, aimed to serve a peculiar health need.
Looking for comfort, convenience, and class all in one place? Welcome to Stay Easy Apartments on Conference Center, where modern living meets exceptional service. Whether you're staying for business or leisure, Stay Easy offers you a home away from home. Spacious and well-furnished apartments, pool, gym, and everything you need to relax and feel at ease. Planning a meeting, workshop, or special event? Our event ground and state-of-the-art conference center is designed to host your events and bring your vision to life. From corporate gatherings to private functions, we provide the perfect space, supported by modern equipment and a professional team ready to assist you. At Stay Easy, your comfort and success are our priority. Book your stay or reserve your space today. Call us at 020-739-1473 or 0244-226367. Stay Easy Apartments and Conference Center. Stay easy with us.
confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal toothpaste. Kel Charcoal toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to Amame Manfo, Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is so buying, and Maniswing, Nesansu Mama Hoto so a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Today's class is going to be an exciting one. Now, who can share an unforgettable moment in their life? Okay, Asempa.
I'd like to talk about my first time. It was her natural look, complemented by her favorite green silky apparel that caught my attention. I have to say, she automatically possessed me with her smile, which exposed her beautiful white teeth. That's not all, her enduring signature perfume could be smelled from afar. Madam, why do you look so surprised? My first time with her was special and irresistible. I'm talking about Cindy Rice. Cindy Rice can be found in selected supermarkets nationwide.
Cindy Rice, sweet aroma, great taste. This advert is FDA approved.
From the rich soils of Ghana, our farmers grow the finest ingredients. We clean, hand select, and carefully craft into bold, unforgettable flavors. And when you open our little bag of big taste, it's pure, bold, unforgettable flavor bursting in every bite. Enjoy the goodness, made with big care. This advert is FDA approved.
This July, Ghana will host global downstream energy leaders, innovators, and experts at the Ghana International Petroleum Conference, GEPCON 2026, to collaborate, exchange insights, and develop strategies and groundbreaking innovations through strategic dialogues. The event, held under the auspices of the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Honorable Dr. John Abdullah Junapo, is on the theme Building a Resilient Downstream, Policy, Innovation, and Investment for Growth. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, is our distinguished guest of honor. Speakers for the event are Mr. Godwin Kujo Tamako, Esquire, Chief Executive of NPA, Dr. Patrick Ofori, Chief Executive of Seaboard, Dr. Riverson Opong, Chief Executive of COMAC, alongside other key captains of industry. Join us from the 16th to the 17th of July 2026 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day at the Palms Convention Center, La Palm Royal Beach, Accra. We can't wait to host you.
That's the last. All right. You're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. My guests are here. And so, as I always do, I'll tell you who they are. I'll let you in on who they are. So, Mr. Kwesi Pratt Jr. is former managing editor of the Insight newspaper and a veteran and seasoned journalist. He's with us here. We call him Uncle Kwesi affectionately. Uncle Kwesi, good morning. Very happy to have you join us.
Good morning, sir.
I hope you're doing very well, sir.
Well,
small. And also, Richard Ahiagba is the Director of Communications for the New Patriotic Party. He's also here with us. Richard, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. It's always good to see you. Thank you. All right, so I guess that we all know what's happening. The biggest story in the last 48 hours has to do with the Director of the spokesperson for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who has been he has some kind of a brush with the law. Yoko invited him, and he's been there in the last 48 hours. Yesterday he was released. Now, the Daily Guide, I'm going to read the Daily Guide version of exactly what happened, and then I would pick your thoughts on that as well. So it's a Daily Guide report that says that nearly 48 hours after the arrest of New Patriotic Party Dennis Miracles Abuaje at the Accra International Airport, the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Yoko, on Monday evening granted him a 50 million cedis bail with 3 sureties, 2 of whom must be justified with landed property. According to NPP officials, the property requirement translates to documents valued at about 500 billion cedis, that's old cedis. Now, Mr. Abuaje, a former executive secretary of the Inter-Ministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization, is being investigated over alleged financial and procurement-related irregularities involving 55 million cedis during his tenure. He has been investigated alongside the former accountant of IMCCOD, Mr. Gerard Appiah, and other unnamed persons over alleged financial and procurement-related irregularities at the Secretariat. According to Yoko, the offenses and investigations are conspiracy to stealing, using public office for profit, causing financial loss to the state, dissipation of public funds, defrauding by false pretenses, and money laundering. Now, lawyers for Dennis Miracles Abuaje indicates that their client has been unable to meet the bail conditions imposed by Yoko following his arrest. They now raise concerns over the 50 million cedis bail bond, which requires 3 sureties, 2 of whom must be justified, describing the conditions as difficult to satisfy. Speaking to the media at Yoko's headquarters, lead counsel Samuel Atacha questioned how his client could realistically secure the required sureties and qualifying properties within the available time frame. How is he going to be released? How is he going to post the bail bonds? 50 million cedis, 3 sureties, 2 to be justified. How can that be met? And where are you going to find properties worth 50 million cedis and finding it tonight? He questions. Meanwhile, Mr. Abuaje was yesterday reportedly escorted by officials of Yoko to his residence at Latte Kuapem as part of ongoing investigations. The development forms part of the ongoing probe as investigations continue. Engagement with Mr. Abuaje and other relevant parties. Yoko has not publicly disclosed details of the purpose of the visit in his residence. Now, we're told after Mr. Abuaje ended his tenure as Executive Secretary of IMCCOD on February 2, 2025, Dr. Dominic Gamele Hodiefa took over on February 17. Now, he later commissioned a forensic audit of the Secretariat's accounts for period Mr. Abuaje served. In November 2025, he wrote to Mr. Abuaje with administrative audit queries. According to Mr. Abuaje, he responded every question in detail within a week. On February 28, 2026, he also voluntarily honored an Yoko invitation. He spent less than an hour with investigators who said they would recall him if further clarification was needed. Mr. Abuaje says at no point was he told he committed an offense with accountant General Mensah. Now, he has since lived openly in Ghana, making only one brief trip abroad weeks ago. Yoko said a stop travel order had been placed on him a week before his return. The office says such orders are meant to prevent a suspect from leaving the country, not to bar re-entry. Critics, including the MPP, say arresting him at the airport was unnecessary given his prior cooperation. Had Yoko extended an invitation for Monday morning, he would have honored it without incident, the party argued. Yoko now alleges that Mr. Abuaje and the accountant General Mensah embezzled state funds. The office claims Mr. Mensah has begun refunding the loot. It has, however, not stated how much of the alleged 55 million cedis was involved or how much has been paid back. This is a calculated attempt to use bail as a tool for punishment rather than a mechanism to ensure a suspect shows up for trial. And it goes on and on. I'm going to end with this. Now, after holding Mr. Abuaji for 48 hours, he has now been released from the custody of Yoko after satisfying his 50 million bail conditions. Video circulating on social media yesterday evening showed that the MPP communicators in handcuffs being arrested by Yoko officers out of the quarters in Accra before being ushered into a waiting vehicle by members of his legal team and associates. All right. Richard, I'll start with you. You still insist that the state has been high-handed on miracles, given everything that has happened.
Yeah. Good morning to you, to Uncle C, and to your viewers. The question I keep asking myself was, and then throughout, and remains the question, is that was all that necessary? Given that a stop order that was put by Yoko was in effect or became effective after the man has already left Ghana, and then upon his return is actually entering the zone where that stop order was going to be effective. Because meaning that subsequently he couldn't travel out of the country. And the objective of that stop order by Yoko is to have him within Ghana, where when they need him, they can find him. So that confirms a certain awareness by Yoko that Dennis, if they want him, they can find him insofar as he is in the country. So, true to form, the man has come to the country.
Okay.
Where your stop order...
Yeah, Richard, I beg you. I'll just need 5 minutes of your time. We just want to get some quick clarification from his lawyer. He's joined us. Lawyer Tacha is joined us now. Good morning, counsel.
Good morning, sir.
I hope you're doing well, sir.
I am indeed.
Right. Are you the only lawyer for Dennis Miracles Abuaji, or there are others?
There are others, no.
Okay.
I was informed that a very good friend of mine too is in the background.
Okay. So in all, we are looking how many? 2, 3, 4, 5 lawyers?
Oh, at the moment I could count about 6.
About 6 lawyers?
Because the MPP head of legal too is part of it.
Okay, that's Gary Nemako.
Yes, indeed, he's part of it, yeah.
Okay, I see. First of all, how is Dennis doing? Where is he? How is he taking everything that's happened to him so far?
Well, I was surprised at his composure, because it's not easy for somebody to be arrested at the airport and then detained close to 48 hours, and I could only meet him in the morning. So he was incommunicado until I came in and I inquired of his health and everything, and it's good. But I think the matters are a bit tweaked, and if you look at the interrogation, it's not what was put in the public space at all.
Was he given the best of treatment whilst in the custody of Yoko, according to what he tells you?
Oh yes. I mean, he was not tortured, and then the access to food of your choice. So they bring the food. I mean, the family bring the food, and then they give it to him to have his meals. So he was not tortured, but I could tell you that any kind of funny incarceration is not comfortable.
Right. I know that's true. Now, how easy or difficult was it for you to meet the bail bonds?
It's because of probably his stature and how people had confidence in him. Because 50 million Ghana cedis, 3 sureties, 2 to be justified, is not easy for an ordinary person. It's because of probably his stature, and he's well known. A strong figure in NPP, very articulate, and the rest of it. So people felt very, very sad that he's going through such a shabby treatment. So they posted the bill. And what it is that the bill was sounded close to 8 p.m. So where would you find all the people who can give you the properties at that hour, holy hour? So it seems to me that it's a calculated attempt to get him further incarcerated, and which is very sad for our democracy. It's not good at all.
When you hear lawyers talk about sure is to be justified for a layman or for a mere mortal? What does that mean?
It means that as a condition of the bail, bring an individual who owns property, and that is, you use his property as a security that you will come to appear before them one more time or when you are needed. And so the justification means that it should be backed by property.
Okay, and should that property be necessarily worth 50 million cedis?
It should. So you can put two together, like in this instance where they are talking about two to be justified. That means if two can put together their properties, and the worth of the two properties will be equal to 50 million Ghana cedis, then you've met the bail condition.
And this is only in respect of Dennis alone?
Yes. And it's a pattern which we should look at critically, because it's subversive of the Constitution. And let me explain.
Please do.
When you say you are investigating a matter, and what you are investigating is $500 million, it doesn't mean go and bring the White House as a condition for the bail. What it means is that we want you to appear before us when we need you. Give us some guarantees. So when you go into the Constitution, it says that reasonable conditions that you appear. So when you confuse the value that the investigator is placing on the so-called crime with the conditions for the man coming back to him, it's an aberration. It's wrong. Because what it means also is that if somebody should conjure a figure, $200 million, and then you are unable to provide it, then he's using bail to further incarcerate you. And that is not the intent of the law.
Is this an opinion you've always held?
It is a pattern which existed in Akufo-Addo's regime, Kufuor's regime, Atamil's regime. Even Rawlings's era, you didn't hear like, oh, somebody has appeared before a state institution, and the state institution is claiming that what is being investigated is in the sum of $100 million, and come and pose bail in equal sum. It's something that is very, very funny.
Hold on, Atacha. Are you saying what we're witnessing today never happened in the past?
I never heard it in the past, that when they were investigating a matter, and they would tell you that we are investigating a matter of $100 million against you, post a bail of equal sum. I've never heard it. Because what it means is that if you use the figure as a condition for the person coming back to him, he might not find a property worth that. What happens to him? He's still under your captivity. Is that not so? That is not intent of the Constitution at all.
Okay. I don't want us to litigate over this because I have a scenario I wanted us to cast our mind back. I'm talking about the Dr. Kwabena Duffuor scenario where he was actually asked to pay 60 million at the time, 60 million cedis as bail conditions. His lawyers at the time complained and said that was too high, you know, looking at the nature and the magnitude and the size of the case. But for me, that's not really, my point is that it's not new. These things have happened in the past. But the principle that, so, but the principle which you espoused is something that we all must take seriously, which is that for now, it remains an allegation. And so when the bail bond is high, it's at a certain threshold that makes it difficult for the person to be granted bail, it becomes a problem. It's happened in the past, it's happening today, and it means that we need to have a conversation about it. Did you understand what I'm saying, Atacha?
I do.
Okay.
I do. That is a sensible posture, and it's also the constitutional posture.
Right.
You see, because if the investigator confuses the bail sum, you see, with what is investigating, it's a problem, a big problem.
So the question we need to ask is, what is it about the law that makes state investigative institutions use bail sum as basis for determining the size of what you ought to bring by way of, in determining the bail bonds? We ought to get to the bottom of that. Because it appears there's some lacuna somewhere, and we need to get to the bottom of that.
There is no lacuna. It's a wretched power play. That is all that there is. I have the power to arrest you. I've arrested you. Let me create very obnoxious circumstances so that you are further incarcerated. That is what it is.
All right.
There's no. I mean, excuse me to say, confusion about it. It's just a very wretched and foul power play.
Okay. All right. So what's the way forward? I mean, has Dennis Miracles formally been charged? What do you know?
No. They are just going through the investigation. He's not been charged at all.
He's not been charged at all.
Yes, please.
So as we speak, the matter is just being investigated.
That is so. Finally, the matter is being investigated.
Okay. Finally, this stop order, which was issued by Yoko, did you find out from Miracles whether he was aware of this stop order?
Aware of the stop order.
He wasn't aware
and
of
it's one of the needless, power play that we should also look at. Okay. And it has gotten to do with how can a man coming into the realm called Ghana be arrested at the airport? Because if you called him, as he had been called before, he came. He went to Yoko on his own accord before. So just a phone call away. Miracles. I mean, we are now ready to interrogate you. Can you come over with your lawyer? That is all you need to do. But then you just arrest him at a very wrong place and then detain him for close to 48 hours. What are you trying to achieve? And during the 48 hours, you didn't ask him one question. You didn't do any interrogation within that period. I can't come to terms with these unprofessional behaviors.
Okay. Fatasha, good morning once again. Thanks for talking to us.
My joy as always.
All right, then. Have a good day. Thank you. Yeah, Richard, please go ahead.
Well, so you just made a point I was just about making, which is that you have relationship with him in terms of this investigation. He has attended upon the invitation and shown you every commitment that when needed he will come. He is not running away. He's not shown that, if anything at all. He went and he's coming back to the country, and at that point, though, may not be able to travel again because of the stop order you have put in place. So you've got him where you want him. And so what is the value of the drama we saw? And now Lawyer Thatcher is revealing that for the period that you seized him from the airport, Saturday, Sunday, till Monday, you didn't ask him one question. I mean, that's confounding. So why did you seize him? For what? To punish him? Now, you can imagine that if I invite you to my house, for example, and you've come, and I just leave you in the living room and then just went about doing my thing. Even though it is not an arrest, it's very uncomfortable.
Right.
It is torturing psychologically. Just put somebody there, you can't go home. Okay, you can't stay here, but you can't go home either. The point is that we have the power to seize you, and we have seized you. It's a clear case of abuse.
Right.
That should not be done to anybody. Anybody. I mean, it shouldn't be done to anybody, not to Miracles, not to anybody, because it's torturing psychologically, because you don't know why you are there. You are there, you are confined, you are restricted, your rights are curtailed, and you are just put there. And the import is that we can do it, so we are doing it. What can you do about it? Nothing. It is very, very unsettling that that's what we have come to.
Okay.
In essence, and I hope Uncle Kwesi will agree with me, that based on what we have just heard, the revelation, that from Saturday when the man was seized and kept in their rooms, not a single question was asked him relative to the investigation.
Really?
Makes it needless that he was arrested. Absolutely needless. Because what do you need him for? To ask him questions. It's urgent. So you can't allow him to go home and come Monday, where in history, your relationship with him suggests that if you needed him anytime and call him, he would come because he came in the past. So if you have a question for him, could have let him go home, but you say no. You seize him on a Saturday, creating the impression that it's urgent, that it's a risk, you want him. Something must be going on for what reason you needed him at the airport to come to your premises. And you did that. And for that intervening period until Monday, you didn't ask him one question. So why did you seize him? Is that needful? That you say, I need to arrest you, and you arrest the person. You left him there, no question. If it's needful, maybe that's why I say Ankwesi cannot disagree with me, because he must agree. To the extent that you arrest somebody, create the impression that it's important I arrest you, and you don't ask him a single question for close to 2 days. That is the height of abuse of the state power to arrest. And so this whole thing, for me, goes to the heart of the intimidation we have been talking about. That this government is behaving in ways that appears very tyrannical. And for me, I am worried, more essentially because this doesn't marry with President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's personality and his record that we know. So my worry and my concern, and perhaps my doubt, is why is he allowing this thing to happen? Because at the end of the day, the buck stops with him. Whether he sanctioned it, whether he called Mr. Raymond Archer and said, go ahead, I'm fully behind you, and all of that, whether he did that or not, he will have to bear responsibility. It is his administration this is happening. And I see your arguments to say that this perhaps may have happened yesterday and all of that. The question is that, should we entrench? And what was the argument then? Would that argument just simply be nullified because we have the chance to do it and so therefore it's okay today? Not at all. So the best thing for me that me, myself, and Ankwesi should agree this morning is to say that this is wrong. It shouldn't be repeated. One too many times it's happened. Let's draw the line here and say never again. Okay. People who have done anything worthy of them being questioned in our administration have shown commitment that they want to answer questions. And in this particular case, the individual is available and willing.
All right.
So ordinarily, he has arrived in a country where your stop order will make it impossible for him to travel again. You let him go home. Monday you call him. As usual, he would have come. And then what question you want to ask? You want to take him to his hometown? You want to take him to his house? You want to go and see his girlfriend or wife or whatever you want to do? He will oblige you. But what you have done is to show where power lies. Okay. And that is an abuse. That is not consistent with what they call the President Mahama's oath to uphold the Constitution, to ensure that the rights of citizens are respected, that our Constitution is upheld in all instances and defended. So I think that this perhaps will not repeat itself. Okay. And on the bail matter, briefly before Ankwesi comes, it's been a pattern. And I can imagine how it is where you have an individual who cannot marshal resources, either through friends or however way, to meet that bail condition. And short of going to court and have a court review that, you have authorities, investigative authorities, holding somebody in perpetuity. And if it's going to take another 1 year to do the investigation, it presupposes that if you can't meet the bail condition, you'll be held up until when you are tried, found guilty or not, before you can have your freedom. Is that what we want? More or less holding bail as evidence or as a means to punish people. Okay. And for all you know, these are mere allegations. And if at the end of the day, the person is found not guilty of any crime, then what happens? Right. Then what happens? Then you have abused the right of that person. And worst of all, he didn't have access to his lawyers. You, the EOCO officials, didn't talk to him for the entire period. He didn't have access to his lawyers. Literally, you just seized him as a kid and say, time out, go and sit there till we are ready to talk to you. Right. That's a clear abuse and ought not to happen again.
Okay, see, if you look at the front page of today's The Ghanaian Publisher, you see this. I worry for NDC appointees.
Yes, can I have that?
Oh, okay.
That would be very interesting.
Sammy Oku is the one who's saying that.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think the point must be made that under the laws of Ghana, which includes the basic fundamental law, the Constitution, every accused person is presumed innocent until convicted by a court of competent jurisdiction.
Absolutely.
So we should work within that frame. So what we are essentially discussing today is the law and how the law is enforced.
Right.
And the fundamental law of the land says that nobody is guilty until the person has been proven to be guilty and a competent court has pronounced that decision. So as we speak, we cannot be operating on the basis of an assumption that Dennis Miracles or Miracles Dennis Abuaji, is a guilty person. There are allegations against him, and the allegations against him involve suspected embezzlement of state funds to the tune of 55 million Ghana cedis. That's what we are dealing with. Now, to start with, to create the impression that what is happening to him has no precedent is falsehood.
That's true.
Completely false. Yeah. And we can go back and look at so many other cases. I would like all of us to go back to the Woyome case. If you go back to the Woyome case and see the bail conditions imposed on Woyome, you cannot be arguing the way we are arguing today. Another interesting case is the Dr. Kwabena Dufour case.
I mentioned that.
The Dr. Kwabena Dufour case, and there are many other cases. So it is not true, it cannot be true, that these bail conditions are unprecedented, and that it is only during the Mahama administration that these conditions are being imposed. That is false. Now, this morning, I've read all the newspapers, and one of the newspapers that I took interest in this morning is the Daily Guide, which carried a front page story with a very interesting headline: Miracles arrest, 50 million bail, the inside story. Obviously, the headline is very attractive, so I took my time and I read it. Now, here are portions of that report. Lawyers for Dennis Miracles Abuaji indicated that their client has been unable to meet the bail conditions imposed by Iroku following his arrest. They raised concerns over the 50 million Ghana cedis bail bond, which requires 3 sureties, 2 of whom must be justified, describing the conditions as difficult to satisfy. Speaking to the media, and it goes on and on and on. And then there's a particular quote from the lead counsel for Dennis Miracle. He says, how is he going to be released? How is he going to post the bail bonds? 50 million Ghana cedis, 3 sureties, 2 to be justified. How can it be met? Where are you going to find properties worth 50 million and finding it tonight? And so on and so on. The facts before us now clearly suggest that it was not difficult to meet. And that in the same night, these conditions were met. You understand?
Yes.
So the suggestion that these are impossible conditions to meet collapses because they have been met. And they were met that same night.
Yeah, but Uncle C, maybe at the time Atacha was talking, he was maybe, I'm just saying maybe, genuinely concerned about the ability to meet the bail conditions until something happened miraculously.
My brother, Atacha is one of my close friends. He's somebody I respect a lot. I've known him over many years and so on.
Okay.
I would not, under any circumstances, suggest that he's playing to the gallery and so on. But I'm talking about facts.
Okay.
The suggestion was that these conditions could not be met, especially last night. They have been met. So they could be met or they could not be met. You can't have both ways. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That the suggestion that the conditions could not be met, has collapsed completely because they have been met. Okay. Now, is it that Yoko was aware that the conditions could be met? In any case, why are bail conditions imposed? Bail conditions are imposed in order to serve as a deterrent to persons who may want to jump bail. If I'm wrong, tell me.
Yes.
Okay. Which means that by extension of logic, bail conditions necessarily have to be steep to some extent. That extent is not determined by you and I.
But at least we do know, Okosi, at least we do know that one of the bases is the person must be a flight risk. Ubejane, we can't find you.
That's one.
Yes.
The other is that just in case the person escapes, bail or breaks bail and so on, the penalty, which is getting the bail bonds,
should be severe.
Yeah, should be such that the crime the person may be alleged to have committed can be remedied.
Yes.
You understand?
That's true.
And you remember the Sedinam case.
Yes.
In which Alex Mode and others were
into trouble.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that is also very clear.
Yes.
You understand? So the bail is not imposed fancifully.
Right.
There are reasons why bail conditions are imposed. They are not fanciful. There are reasons. In any case, when bail conditions are imposed, and the accused person or his counsel and so on think that they are excessive and may lead to a violation of his rights and so on, what do?
We go to court for review.
So the courts have authority to review bail conditions. And indeed, in this period, there are so many people who have gone to court to ask for a review of bail conditions, and the courts have granted their request.
Yes. There's a recent one.
In this particular case, what happened? And I'm sure that Richard and you have all seen the videos. I'm not making it up. In this case, what happens? According to the videos you have seen, party activists went to communities and promised people that they should go to Yoko, stand there and make noise, and that if they did that, they will receive 150 cedis. Am I lying?
Well, that's what they claim.
Yeah, but you've seen the videos.
Yes, I've seen the video.
Yes, so I'm dealing with the claim.
What we've seen, yes.
Is that how to fight draconian bail conditions? Is that the rule of law? Strange. And I find it particularly strange because of the political party. This political party per capita has more lawyers than any other political party perhaps in the whole of Africa. This is a political party which has always insisted or claimed to be insisting on the rule of law, on the application of law. Not too long ago, 2 years ago, anytime you raised any question about violation of law or suspected violation of law, what were we told? Go to court. Go to court became a mantra. Today, it is no longer a mantra. Something is happening. Something is either right or wrong. I suspect that it is very, very wrong.
But Unkwesi, they have explained time and again that go to court mantra.
You want to? The Constitution. Oh, please. I've actually opened the relevant part for you.
No problem.
The protection of personal liberty. I've read through it the whole day.
Is that 14?
Yes, I've read all the provisions there.
No problem.
You understand?
It was go to court until the CJ was changed, and now they say they are not comfortable with the CJ, so they can't be doing go to court anymore. They've said it time and again.
Hey, Moro.
Yes.
Do you appreciate the weight of what you have just said?
Yes, because they have serious issues with how the CJ was removed.
What you have just said
is
very weighty.
I know.
You fully appreciate the weight of what you have said.
Yes, I'm only quoting them. I'm not
okay,
saying
if you appreciate it, I won't make any comment. Because you said something which is so very weighty. You understand? Because 2 years ago, anytime you raise questions about the violation of law or suspected violation of law and so on, what you are told is, don't waste our time. Why are you discussing it in the media? Go to court.
Yes.
That has changed now.
Yes.
Now the remedy to the possible violation of rights and so on is pay people 150 cedis to go to local offices
But
and
that's
raise placards.
just a claim by somebody. We can't independently substantiate or verify that.
Moro, if you have the video, put it up.
No, somebody, yes. There were some boys who said it, but I'm saying that's what they are claiming.
If you have the video, put it up.
Vanessa,
Because I don't want to be making those claims. These are people who were interviewed on the grounds of the protest.
Yes.
Some of them didn't even know the name of the person who had been arrested.
Fact.
They said, they don't know the person who has been arrested. Some of them claimed that they knew the person who had been arrested, but they were protesting in the hope that if the person came out of jail, he would give them jobs.
Yes.
Some claimed that they were on the grounds to protest because they had been promised 150 cedis.
Yes.
Some claimed that they had already received the money and so on. Put out the video. This is not conjecture.
Right.
You understand? This is what actually happened on the grounds. Now, I'm finding it interesting that persons who have a commitment to protecting civil liberties and so on, to protecting the rights of citizens and so on, would choose this path rather than the path that they themselves have been prescribing 2 years ago. Something is wrong. Something is not hanging together. That's what I'm saying. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, yesterday morning, I also had the privilege, and indeed it's a privilege, to listen to an interview granted by one of my buddies, one of my friends, to Peace FM. I'm sure perhaps you did listen to that interview by Nana B.
Yes.
To Peace FM.
The national organizer of the party.
And it was very revealing. Here is Nana B being interviewed by Kwame Sefakai.
Yes, sir.
And he says that, look, over the last 1.5 years or so, he has been closely observing the state security agencies. And that the police has behaved professionally. The police arrest you within 48 hours, you have your bail, you are cautioned about your rights and so on. He has no problem with the police. Then he says, he has no problem with the Bureau of National Investigations because they've also acted professionally and he lists all the state investigating agents. And then he says, but as for Yoko is a problem and that Raymond Archer must be called to order. This is the national organizer of the New Patriotic Party. Yeah. Now the analysis. If all the state investigative agencies are behaving properly,
yes,
and only Yoko is misbehaving, let us say that Yoko is misbehaving, how does this constitute a discernible trend indicating the government's lack of commitment to the protection of civil liberties? There's one agency, only one out of many, which is gone rogue, assuming that what he's saying is true. Only one agency is gone rogue. If it's the government's character to manipulate these investigative bodies, to deny people their rights and so on, why is the government not doing that with BNI, with the police service, with all the other agencies, but only Yoko? That's a problem.
You want some answers?
Well, I mean, it's obvious that there is some problem which needs to be addressed.
Right.
That's one. Now, another issue has been raised, and it's very interesting. That when stop orders are issued, when persons are returning into the country, they should not be arrested. I'm not going to challenge that position. What I'm going to do is to point out that this is not the first time I'm sure that Richard and you must be aware of the famous case of Kojo Chumbuafu. And today Kojo Chumbuafu is the head of
FIC.
Yes.
But just yesterday, he sent me the video.
He was arrested on arrival, not on departure, on the basis of a stop order. So stop creating the impression that this is the first time it's happening. We may argue that the fact that it has happened before does not justify it today. And I'm in sympathy with that argument.
Right.
You understand? But to claim that it has never happened before is to butcher the truth.
Uncle,
yes, sir.
Has anybody argued that fact?
Yes.
Who?
Oh.
Nobody. I don't think. No, nobody has argued that.
Oh, so you know that you were doing it?
No, I said nobody has.
So are you admitting that during your period, you were practicing the same things, doing the same things? Are you admitting that?
Obviously.
And if you're admitting
that's not even the
how does that now represent a departure from the norm, when indeed it has been the practice?
Was it a good practice if you argue that?
Oh, Richard.
Yeah. So
me and you can agree that it is bad practice.
Yeah. So
no problem.
Yeah. So if you advance your argument there, then it means you are legitimizing it.
Richard, look.
Okay, anyway.
Richard, no, please. You are free to interject.
Okay. So the point I'm making is unquestioned.
Yes.
Nobody has argued that. And the particular argument we're making is that here is a person who is already attending upon your invitation. Okay? And you can easily get him to come if you want to. You didn't put a stop order and he sneaked out through different means to go. He was out, your stop order was in effect, he came. He had come into the jurisdiction where that stop order will take effect. So naturally, you have him where you want him. So all you have to do Monday morning was place a call, come, and he would have come. Now, arresting him, okay, if you're saying that is to effect the stop order, which this one is not even a stop order, but if you want to effect that, then it means that you have some urgent matter to discuss with the man. So you seize him at the airport. You can't wait till Monday. So you seize the man. But you go and put him there, zero question, for the period that you have seized him. So what is the value of that, except from having to show the person where power lies? Or perhaps to equalize that this perhaps may have happened yesterday, so let us also do it to you. Is that how we want to build the country? And that's where I'm taking from your analysis to say that the fact that it may have happened yesterday, that is not being disputed. That's not even what we're arguing. We're saying that this is Moro, who always is your friend. You can see him whenever. But you don't seize it in the street as if it's somebody who's been avoiding you, somebody you can't access. You understand? So let's argue within that context, because nobody has brought any of the things you're saying into focus to say that that's the key issue we are litigating. We're saying that it is needless.
Okay.
And
No problem.
you have not disputed that.
No problem. Richard.
Yes, sir.
I'm not arguing with you on what you are saying.
No.
I'm just saying that it is not factual to suggest that the things that are happening today, including arresting persons who are coming into the country when stop orders have been issued on them, is unusual and has never happened before.
It's not disputable.
That's the point I'm making.
It's not disputable at all.
Because if you listen to all of your people and so on, the impression you get is that this is so unusual.
Yeah.
It is only happening because Mahama is in power and so on. That is not true. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, please let's make progress.
I'm not saying that it is right or it is wrong.
Yes.
I'm not making a value judgment. I'm simply making the point that this has been the practice.
Yeah.
If that practice is wrong, let us come together, let's fight it, let's change it forever.
All right.
I'm not also saying that because it happened in the past, it should happen today.
Yeah.
But don't let us falsify, don't let us say things that are not true, because they used to happen and they have been happening.
Right.
Finish. That's the point that I'm making. You understand? I've already spoken extensively about the presumption of innocence of accused persons.
Right.
I've already spoken about that. So in all the statements that I'm making, I'm not presuming for one moment that Miracles is guilty of an offense and that is a criminal.
You issued your caveat earlier.
He is a person of interest to the security agencies in an investigation.
Right.
That's all. Okay. Now, I've read many things this morning. And one of the things that I've read, and today it's all my friends who are talking on Charlie Samia Uku, my body. Samia Uku and I became very close from his days in the university and so on. And he's the one talking. And he's quoted extensively in the Publisher on page 3. Heading, I worry for NDC appointees, Ewuku wants. Can I read a bit of it?
Please do.
The Member of Parliament for Ikuapim North, Samia Ewuku, has cautioned appointees of the National Democratic Congress government to exercise prudence in the discharge of their duties, warning that the accountability being demanded of former officials today could equally be demanded of those currently in office when power changes hands. I'm worried for NDC appointees under John Mahama. They may have to they may have to dot every I and cross every T, because just as we have accountability now, there may be accountability tomorrow. I'm dazed.
Why? What do you find wrong with that?
He says there may be accountability tomorrow. Accountability is a constant.
It's a constant, yes.
It's not a may. There should be. If just in case, and I mean just in case, the New Patriotic Party wins the 2028 elections, it has to insist on the principles of accountability.
Is this a quote?
It's a quote.
Samia Ewuku.
Yes, Samia Ewuku. Quotation begins. Here, you can see Masa. Masa, you can see quotation begins. Hold on.
Okay, so what is so strange about that? What's so strange about it?
Because of the use of the word may.
Well, yeah, so the fact that there should be accountability.
It should be.
Yes, it's a given.
Yes.
But what the import of what he's saying is that it's not as though that there should be, and so therefore you go just making the appearance of accountability when there is none. So there may be, where somebody commits an act that is tantamount to holding the person accountable, there will be. But he cannot presume that definitely there would be. So what?
There must be.
There must be. But you see what he is saying.
The principle of accountability must be upheld at all times.
Just briefly. He says that they must dot all their I's and cross all their T's.
Yes.
But if that is not done, there may be accountability. You understand? So there's a context in which you have to understand that. I don't think that you should just nitpick on that and say he says that. He's not saying that there will not be. There will be, but then if there is no need for it, you just create it. No. But if there is
there
a need
will
for
always be a need for accountability.
I'm saying that
that's a constant.
Yes,
but you see, I think it is the form and shape that accountability process would happen.
Yes.
Is I believe what he's talking about, because I think that you're right. Accountability is a constant.
Nobody doubts that.
Yes, that's nobody doubts. But you see, it's how people are going to be gotten to be accountable.
Exactly.
That's what he's talking about.
So his point, no. This is only the point to argue. Uncle C just want to give a tough time. But the point is that what Sami is saying is, I'm coming. You said it's okay.
No, listen. Richard, let me make this point. It's okay for you to interject. It doesn't spoil my argument.
Yes.
It doesn't.
No, but let's hold on.
It doesn't invalidate the point I'm making. Now, I'm comfortable. I can give you half of my time. I'm not worried at all about it.
Okay.
But I just find it strange. That I sat here and listened to you 2 hours.
Because you allowed me, that's why. So Uncle C carry on. No problem. Uncle C.
Please carry on.
So the point I'm saying is that the context created by Sami is that they must dot their I's and cross their T's.
Yes.
But if that doesn't happen, okay, there will be that. But assuming that they dot all their I's and cross their T's, perhaps there will not be. The fact that you have done your work well and then there must be accountability, should we just necessarily come and pick you and say we want accountability? No, that's the context it's creating, Uncle C.
My brother.
So if you don't dot your eyes and cross your T's, there will be.
Accountability must not necessarily come with state institutions inviting you.
Necessarily. Yeah, but if you've done the work well,
look at the books and you're fine. There's no point.
But there's no need to call anybody.
Okay.
But Moro, I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
That adhering to the principle of accountability is not conditional or anything.
He didn't create that impression. It's okay.
So if they dot their T's and so on, then there will be no accountability.
Yes.
Accountability.
If you are right.
For instance,
hold on. Let me move on.
For instance, it is not every appointee of the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo who is being invited by Yoko. Okay. Some of them are sitting at home chilling. Yeah. Nobody's invited them. They've looked at their handing over notes, everything is kosher, everything is fine, so they're chilling. Nobody's asking them to do it. And the accountability has happened because people have looked at their documents and have assessed it. But
you're saying that eyes have not been dotted. Okay, no problem. Moro, I probably have a disadvantage. No, hold on. Let me explain my disadvantage.
Yes, sir.
Throughout my life, I've never served in government before.
Right.
So that may be my disadvantage.
Or your limitations. But none of us.
Okay.
He's never served.
What are you talking about?
Oh, no, he's never served. He was director of communications.
So what?
Yes.
Of a ruling party?
Of a party, yes. He wasn't in government.
My friend, stop that.
He was serving his party, not the government.
At Insight,
yes.
If people don't dot their I's and cross their T's, won't you hold them accountable? Haven't you held people accountable because they failed to do the right things at your enterprise before?
Yes.
I'm so happy that you have brought this in. Even though it's a diversion, I'm happy that you have brought it in. Because I no longer edit the Insight.
No, he's no more, yes.
I no longer edit the Insight.
I'm talking about when.
And you see, I keep getting blamed for publications in the Insight all the time. And I keep quiet. But I'm happy you have raised it.
Yes.
In fact, the editor of the Insight today is Benjamin Akufu.
Okay.
He's the editor of the Insight. It's not me.
It's not him, yeah.
I don't edit the Insight anymore.
But when you were the editor?
Master, let me come back to the point. Let me come back.
You will not be distracted.
Let me come back to the point.
Yes.
You understand?
No, but you see, the Sammy Oku statement can be construed the way Uncle see, and he's right.
Yeah.
You see, when you say may, he has every right to construe that to mean that you are not being consistent to what the 1992 Constitution says.
If you read it in whole,
okay.
Appreciating
but
the fact
not
that
even
you
the
must
substantial
dot and
point
cross
I
your
want to make.
T's, then you cannot reach that conclusion.
Right,
yeah.
sorry.
Is it?
Let's make progress, yes.
That is not even the substantial point I want to make. It's not about them.
Yeah, so I agree, it's not a substantial point. So we can go to the substantial.
Thank you very much.
Go to it. Thank you very much. But you are making this one a substantial point. That's why we came in.
Thank you very much for giving me correct directions as to how to.
But what's good he raised it. It's giving the opportunity to clarify things.
The essence of the statement here is that do unto me what you expect me to do unto you.
Absolutely.
That's the essence of the statement.
Yes.
And it's in bad taste.
Why?
Oh, we have left office, you have taken power. If you stop investigating us, we will also assume power. In the event of us assuming power, at some future day, we would also not investigate you.
Fair point.
Yeah. Is this how public officials should be talking?
I'm going to say I disagree, but just carry on.
Oh, carry on.
If it's my time, then
I don't have a problem with you disagreeing. Disagree.
So you see,
if you stop investigating us, we also not investigate.
No problem. No problem. That is the wildest possible supposition you can give to what he said.
Actually, let me beg you. I beg you. We need to take a break. I beg the two of you. I beg. We need to take a break.
So I can't finish my
No, you finish. When I come back, I'll let you finish.
Okay, no problem.
Yes. You're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. Please don't go anywhere. I beg you. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
What is that? Get to me to come as out. I the best sack. So the women. Until they said they were taking me to the headquarters. Like a common criminal. What is that? Get to me to come as out. I the best sack.
There they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control. He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water. One for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Are you a headmaster, headmistress, parent, teacher, or an educator looking for high-quality textbooks for preschool, primary, and junior high school students? Look no further than Advocate Publishing Company. Advocate Publishing Company is a leading publisher of educational materials in Ghana that publishes very engaging, interactive, and comprehensive textbooks that meet the needs of students, teachers, and parents. Our textbooks are thoroughly published to make learning fun and easy. They are also designed to stimulate critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in students. Make Advocate Publishing your preferred choice for all your educational needs. Explore our range of textbooks and educational resources. Visit us at the old GNTC yard near Kingsway, Accra. You can contact us on 0503 786 776 or 02408 06354, also 0531 600360, and connect with us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at Advo Publishing. Don't settle for less. Choose the best. Advocate Publishing Company, empowering young minds one textbook at a time. Thinking publishing, think Advocate Publishing.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kelkits, happy smile.
Hello, people of Ghana. Looking to buy land this World Cup season? I'm here to give you 6 solid reasons why Estate Masters is your most trusted estate partner. 1. We are genuine. Here at Estate Masters, every promise is real, every transaction genuine. We don't just sell lands, we sell peace of mind. 2. We are credible. Our credibility is proven. We are who we say we are, respected, recognized, and trusted across Ghana.
We sell litigation-free lands. With us, your land is litigation-free. No disputes, no worries, just security for you and your family. Free site visits. We bring you to the land at no cost. Free site visit mean you see before you buy with full confidence. Your paperwork is on us. We provide free documentation, ensuring your ownership is clear and protected.
And yes, you enjoy unbeatable discounts when you buy land from Estate Masters to make land ownership even sweeter. So what are you waiting for? Rush now and secure your genuine land with Estate Masters. Estate Masters, your most preferred estate partner.
Every heart burning bright. Oh, oh.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Femi Kakalika, just call me cockroach.
Now, Mr. Femi once now.
Hey, that's you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain Mosquito, double the action. Maybe this Sasso spray. Mr. Femi Sasso quell. Yeah, go to my Sasso.
so, come and tom preko.
Ghana for the second World Cup running, the only Africans left standing.
What's getting another good one? We could take close to 200 doctors. Oh, Pias and Nampi, Jaja challenge today, the jackpot day. We dare live.
He's in the area. He's scored.
Oh, my
It's the Lucky World Cup Sikapudwo promo. Every 11th June, Kosi 31st July 2026. Play and win your share of the 1 million Ghana City jackpot with a minimum stake of just 10 Ghana Cities. 20 lucky customers go win their share of the 20,000 Ghana Cities daily jackpot. Top 10 agents go chop bonus every weekend. Trying to Lucky app, Lucky website. Agent to ana dial *288#. Lucky World Cup Sikapudwo. Kitty one dickers, yeah.
Auntie, one man no chopo. Blow beard your mame.
Terms and conditions apply. Play responsibly. Not for persons under 18. Licensed and regulated by the NLA.
Play small, win big.
The world's biggest football festival is here, and Ghana is watching together. This June, the Ghana TV Consortium brings you the FIFA World Cup 2026 live and free to air on GTV, Joy Prime, GTV Sports Plus, Adum TV, Wazo TV, Metro TV, UTV, Original TV, Garden City TV, Obono TV, GH1 TV, Ago TV, Onya TV, TV3, Max TV, and Sporty TV. 3 host countries, 48 teams, 1 unforgettable tournament. Follow every moment of the Ghana Black Stars journey, every rivalry, every goal, and every celebration. Enjoy crystal clear high-definition broadcast with expert local analysis and the passion only Ghanaian broadcasters can deliver. From the opening whistle to the crowning of champions, your football home is right here. The FIFA World Cup 2026. One nation, one consortium. Ghana TV Consortium, bringing you the best of the World Cup. Brought to you by Sportybet, Star Oil, MTN, Pepsodent, Kivo, Polytech, Lavance Tomato Mix, and Heaven Insecticide Spray.
You're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. Let me say that the Good Morning Ghana show is brought to you by Metro Digital, and they're also proudly associated with the show is AH Cafe. Let me share with you what the numbers of AH Cafe is, so that those of you who want to order some sumptuous meals at affordable prices, you're able to do so. 020-772-0069. 020-772-0069. So call this number and order your food and tell them that you heard Moro telling you that they have some fantastic, tasty, sumptuous meals, but it's also very affordable. And so you want to try it today. It's either breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And just call them and order whatever it is that you want to eat. They have it. They should be your go-to place when it comes to your meals for the day. And also the Good Morning Ghana WhatsApp line, which we have been advertised in the last month or so. It's 055-863-9114. 055-863-9114. So share your views with us. Send us videos of issues in your communities and contribute to discussions on the show. So that's it. So please put this number down and send us your WhatsApp messages to this particular one. I've got lots and lots of your messages I'll be looking at shortly on the show. Obviously, yeah, please continue. Okay. Oh, I wanted to. Yeah, he was actually talking when he only gave you some small
Marcus has spoken quite a bit, so.
No,
he will land. Just land.
He will land.
Richard, don't gag me.
No, I won't.
Because that's exactly what you're protesting.
No, I won't do that.
Against. Now, I want to make this
point.
And I must say with emphasis that demonizing anybody in public office for its own sake is terrible, should not happen. Nobody should demonize Miraculous Abuaji, especially at a point where his guilt has not been proven.
Established, yes.
You understand? In much the same way, I think we should not deliberately go out to demonize somebody like Raymond Acha. Look, I've known Raymond Acha for close to 20 years, maybe more. He's one person who has never, throughout the period that I've known him, exhibited any signs of vindictiveness. He's the most open-minded person, one of the most open-minded people that I've dealt with. But all of a sudden, there's a concerted effort to demonize him. You understand? For the purposes of throwing wrenches into the political, establishment that it's wrongly assumed that he's part of. Raymond Acha is not a member of NDC. He's not a member of NDC, unless he joined it later. But the period that I've known him, throughout the period that I've known him, he has never been a member of the NDC. In fact, he's always tried to be non-partisan and so on. So I think that, look, the deliberate attempt to demonize him without foundation.
Those who are demonizing him will tell you that they have basis for demonizing him.
What is the basis?
The basis is that, yes.
Because I've shown throughout that this is the normal practice.
And that's true.
He's applying the normal practice.
That's true.
And I'm going to do one more thing. One of the claims that is made by Richard here very strongly.
Is this still Raymond Acha? Because there's something I want to just add to the point you made.
You can stop me anytime. No, you are in charge.
No.
I can never contest the fact that you are in charge.
I need to
but I'm going to make one last point.
The thing about demonizing...
Let Chris make his last point.
No, so just a quick one. And I think it's important.
Yeah.
The point about not demonizing individuals is something we all share. But those who are demonizing Raymond Acha today are saying that Raymond was a great guy until his business was collapsed at Trade Fair. And so he's been very bitter since. And so for them, this position he currently occupies is an opportunity to teach some people a lesson. So that's what they're saying.
So by extension, they're saying that anybody who was victimized by their government should not hold public office. Is that it?
Logically.
Is that fair?
But is it more?
That because they victimized you, you are disqualified from holding public office. Is that the first statement to make?
I don't know who in the
that's a strange statement to make.
Yeah, social media. See, he says social media. That has nothing to do with MPP.
And these are
Kwesi saying that they have prominent people.
Master, who in social media or who on social media will make a point like that?
Right.
So please, let's stop it right there. Look, Raymond's business was collapsed under circumstances that most of us felt were unfortunate. Inexplicable, as explicable circumstances and so on. But his business was destroyed.
Yeah.
That is not a basis for assuming that he's carrying a grudge on his shoulder.
Yeah.
He may not be carrying a grudge on his shoulder. He may be doing his work, legitimate work, and so on. Now, you see, Richard, you made a certain point which I find most interesting, and this is this. You say that this chap was arrested in less than 48 hours, arrested and kept in less than 48 hours. And in the period, he wasn't even asked a question. Nothing happened.
Right.
He was just arrested and dumped into cell. But from what we are reading, the evidence available before us all today, that statement cannot be true.
You heard his lawyer make the point.
Hold on, but I'm saying that even the lawyer, what he says, the evidence we have before us, before you, before
where
me.
would these people?
Can I finish?
Okay, Moro, please let me.
Can I finish? Why is not true? Because in the same vein, you are saying that during that period, he was actually taken all the way to Latte, to his house, for his house to be searched. How can you make this claim and say that nobody asked him a question? That he was just put in cell.
Okay.
And at the same time claim that the arresting authorities actually put him in a vehicle and drove him all the way to Latte. You know, I am very careful in what I'm saying today.
Right.
Because what is happening today is child's play compared to what happened to me in the past. I've been arrested at the airport before, not once. In 1986, you know, I was arrested on my return from the UK.
Okay.
On the tarmac. There had been no stop order against me, but I was arrested nonetheless. My belongings were searched and so on. In the final analysis, do you know what became the basis for my arrest? A tape recorder. A tape recorder. You know, I was close to Robin White, who used to do this Focus on Africa program and so on. And I'd been interviewed by Robin White, and their correspondent in Ghana needed a tape recorder. So I agreed to carry the tape recorder. They said it was equipment for spying. I was arrested. Now, do you think that I want to go through this process again? I don't. And I don't want any Ghanaian to go through that process.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
But we can only avoid that if you're honest to the facts.
All right.
Okay, Moro.
Yes, sir.
So, I could say thank you. We had a good conversation, but you have spoken extensively. So, Moro, allow me some time. Also.
No, because you didn't allow me to finish speaking. You kept interjecting.
Even
all
then,
the time.
no, you allow me to ask questions so that we can have a conversation. See, Moro.
Yes.
A few things came out from Akwesi's statement and his submission. One, he didn't disagree that the arrest was needless. He didn't disagree, which is good.
Please, let me say the things that I want to say for myself. Don't say anything for me.
But in sum total, your submission, I'm saying that you didn't disagree that the arrest was needless. That's good. That's good. Essentially,
let me say it myself. Don't say it for me.
But you can't say it. I have to say you have done your analysis, and I'm synthesizing your analysis.
Richard is speaking for me on the
No, Uncle. You know what?
No, can you believe it?
Yes,
I'm sitting here and he has elected to speak for me.
No, he said his understanding of everything.
What you have said
is that you don't disagree that
you don't disagree that the arrest.
Let me speak for myself. I'm sitting here saying no. I will speak.
But you had the opportunity to say that you haven't said that expressly. So I'm saying it based on what you have said.
Okay,
the synthesis of what you have said is that you haven't disagreed that the arrest was frivolous. Right. Or you haven't disagreed, which is okay. Number two, Akwesi, what he has done is to go to the past and say this thing has happened. And so therefore, there is no basis for anybody to be unhappy with it today.
No, I haven't said that.
Oh no!
What I'm saying is that
it's not new. It's not new.
What I'm saying is that it is not true to say that it has never happened before. It has happened before. The fact that it has happened before does not justify it today. But it has happened before.
Okay, so now if I am sitting in Akwesi's class and Akwesi is teaching me,
say exactly what
no
I'm
problem.
saying.
But you are teaching me, and I'm learning, and so what I learn from what you have taught me is a foundation. What you have taught me is a foundation on which I stand to make a certain conclusion. So when you have taught
if you are not learning correctly, everything that comes out of your mouth will be incorrect.
No,
so
okay.
If you are learning from me, learn correctly.
No problem.
That's the point.
No problem. So what I learned from you is that you are correctly. Yeah, no problem, because I will do. You said that this has happened before. And it's happened in the past. So nobody should be creating the impression it's unprecedented. And my knowledge of that leads me to a certain conclusion that what you want to say is that it's an equal situation. And so therefore,
not what I've said.
Okay, so then my difficulty with that. Okay, so I won't make any question. So then I'll ask a question. I'll ask a question. Let me ask a question.
Hold on.
So how?
Hold on. When I've said explicitly that persons who are facing investigation should be presumed to be innocent.
That's fair.
And their rights should be respected.
Yeah.
How can you
But
go to the conclusion
then in any case, then you have not reached a conclusion on the matter before us. The thing happened yesterday, okay? It's happening today. What is your conclusion? Should we continue or should we stop it? That's the difficulty I'm having. I'm concluding that based on what you have said, it's as if you feel that this should be the norm.
No.
Okay, so what's your conclusion?
I've also said on this platform that if we find some practices unfair, if we find some practices unfortunate, all of us should come together to change it. I said that on this platform.
So I now allow my conclusion, which was what I was going to. So you have that brought me to that. So Uncle Kwesi think that this arrest was needless. This arrest was not necessary.
I haven't said that.
But that's what your conclusion leads to.
No, I haven't said that. If you want to say that for yourself.
Okay, so that's what I understand from that question. Even though he won't say it, what he meant to say is that. So you don't want me to grow based on the knowledge you have given me. Can't I reach the conclusion that this is what you want to say, but you haven't said it? So as your student, I'll say it. You say that it happened yesterday, it happened today.
Moro, can you believe it? Richard
we need to make progress.
Communications
We need
of
to
the
make
New
progress.
Party is now my student.
Most especially, Uncle C, most especially.
Moro, can you believe this?
Oh no, it's believable.
He's my student.
It's believable. But who cannot be your student? We are all your students.
You.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're my student.
I'm proud to say so. I'm very proud to say so. Uncle C, most especially when you come back to say that you were arrested.
I will choke.
For that's what. Uncle C, when you have come to say, when you have come to say that in the past you were arrested in this manner, which means that if we are building a society, we must make progress. We must make progress. And Moro, you understand the context in which we're having this conversation. Yes. The NDC promised a certain reset. Is that not the case? Mm-hmm. So when you are resetting, are you resetting backward or you are resetting forward? So Uncle Kwesi, you have been inconclusive in your submission. If you are saying that I cannot conclude for you that you disagree with this arrest, then it means your submission is inconclusive. You have not told us anything. You only told us it happened yesterday and it's happening today. So what do we do? This is a certain judgment that was given in a land case involving my father and some people. The chief, they went through a whole conversation for months, and if not years. And then when the judgment day came, the land that is in the center, which is at dispute, the chief said, okay, you go back to your land, go back to your land. Thank you very much, everybody go home. And the question was that, so what about the land at issue? He didn't rule anything, and that land remains a litigation today as we speak. So, Uncle Kwesi, you have been inconclusive in the matter, and I think that where we are, we need to make progress. So, by virtue of what happened yesterday, we should be informed. And so, if arguments are being made today about something that is wrong, in an environment where you say you are resetting, you don't encourage what you argued against. And Moro, you brought the issue about the Dr. Dufour's case. Yes, at the point when that happened, what was the argument? Okay, so if you argue against that yesterday that is bad, you cannot be the same person arguing that that thing is okay today. And that's the point that we're making, Uncle Kwesi. So, Uncle Kwesi, also, you came and you make the point about demonstration. That the MPP has brought people for demonstration.
But you know, Richard, the counter argument is also that when it happened then, you didn't find anything wrong with it. So why are you complaining today? Just as you said, what was the NDC's position back then, and what is their position today? I think that a fair question would also be, what was the MPP's position at the time, and what is your position today?
Yeah, so the moral question then to ask is that when you were fervently arguing against it then, what was your position? You want opportunity to do the same thing. So the superior position is to move forward, isn't that the case?
Yes, we have
so
to.
that's where we must all
have to.
Especially when you promise a reset, even though that reset is appearing to be backward reset. At least let's give it some hope now that at least you would buy into it in this context. I'm going to talk about the demonstration and I wanted it to play a video and all of that.
In fact, if I could insist, I'll still be insisting that you.
Oh, no problem. It makes for a good laugh, but it doesn't change.
Is the video ready? If it's ready, please let's play it.
So Moro, that video makes for a good laugh. Okay. But it doesn't take anything away from the democratic value of people showing displeasure at something. Yes.
People who are paid 150 cedis to lift placards.
I'm coming.
They have
I don't know about anybody being paid.
People are demonstrating
that
for
allegation.
the release of somebody they don't know. They have never heard of. They don't even know the issues at stake.
The party spokesperson is dissociating himself. He says he's not aware. He says he's not
So
aware.
play the video so he becomes aware.
Oh no, I've seen that video. I've seen that video, but the substance of the matter is you say they paid 150, and I'm saying I don't know anything about 150 being paid to anyone.
They said it. The people in the video.
But he may have said that. That doesn't mean you read to us that people should be presumed innocent until proven guilty. So we assume that man is just making his wild claim. It doesn't mean that somebody has given him money. Doesn't mean so.
What about the people who didn't know who had been arrested? Who actually thought that it was Raymond Asha who had been arrested? So they were protesting for Raymond Asha.
Moro, ask that question.
They went to demonstrate for the release of Raymond Asha.
Moro, ask that question. He was part of the Kumi Prepo demonstration, wasn't that?
Yes.
The thousands of people who appeared on the street with them.
Yes.
Was every single one of them aware of the nuances of the VAT Act
Let me
that was passed?
tell you something that
No.
you probably
So people
do not know. Let me tell you something. And in fact, people in your party will confirm. Nana Dankwa, Akufo-Addo,
Dr. Rekulobe,
and so on. They will all confirm to you. Before we organized that demonstration, we made it a point to go to every branch level to explain in detail why we're organizing that demonstration. And I can be sure that the vast majority of people who took part in the demonstration knew why we were demonstrating.
No problem.
We went to them in their houses to explain. We didn't pay anybody 1 cedi to join the demonstration. Your own people who took part will tell you. When I was a member of the committee for joint action, and you can ask, we use the same principles. So in mobilizing people to the streets, we mobilize them on the basis of their own concerns, their own felt needs, their own aspirations, and so on. If you mobilize people to the streets, they think they are demonstrating for the release of Raymond Asha.
No,
and they say we should take notice of it.
So the people who went there, they interviewed 1 or 2 people. Okay, and I'm happy Kwesi didn't say that everyone who participated. He said a vast majority, which meant that if you're randomly interviewing people, you'll come upon one person. When you ask him what is VAT, he cannot tell you at the time, but joined you to go and do the demonstration. So you cannot say that because somebody was part of a demonstration, he should appreciate the nuances of why they are there. But the video playing is not a problem. Yeah, well, I don't mind. Let's watch the video. But the point remains.
I can't hear.
I'm from Wale Wale.
Why are you here? Why are you here?
We are here because of our team manager. We just want them to bring him out because we don't know what he do. Then they bring him here.
Who is he? What is his name? Who has been arrested? Why? Who are you here for?
I'm here to support Bawumia team manager, the GAM man. I've been man presi, but because of Bawumia that I'm here.
Do you know his name? The one who's been arrested.
I don't know his name.
Okay, I hear you are singing some song, Raymond Asha. Who is Raymond Asha?
He's the one.
He's the one who has been arrested.
Yes, and we want them to bring him out.
We want them to release Raymond Asha.
Me, what I just know is they just want to weak our body for us not to come out and do politics on 2028, and it will not happen.
So you want them to release Raymond Asha for you?
We want them to release Raymond Asha for him to send him out and come. That is what they bring me.
You really know why you are here?
I know what I'm here. I not tell you that I am MPP and I come to support my MPP member.
No, that's it.
You played only one.
Oh, Uncle,
play all
we don't have time. I could see that.
No, you have time.
Then we can just play the whole demonstration. Maybe Uncle liked it.
Play it all.
You want to watch the 150 series one?
This is a guy who actually took part in the demonstration.
Yes.
He thinks that Raymond Asha has been arrested.
No, but Uncle see. So you see, you see, you are nitpicking on things that you want to see.
I'm not
and if you no.
If you play it all, it will be obvious that I'm not nitpicking.
No, see, this is a classic case of perceptual selectivity.
No,
you are selecting the things you want to see and advance. The man says to you, Boro, the man says that he's MPP. Yes. He has come to support his party member. Yes. That suffices. And I'm telling you, Kwesi, that it's in the past.
The party member
but you cannot just.
A gun who has been detained by who?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know, hey, Omoro,
yes,
it will shock you that even as the director of communication, even as general secretary of the party, even as chairman, even as flag bearer of MPP, you go to places where people don't know who that person is. You can't fault them for it, but they are members of the party. They understand one thing, that we belong to this party, want to protect the party, defend the party. That, for me, doesn't change anything. So, of course, the challenge to you is that all the demonstrations you have led, all the people you have defended, all the people you have supported or have supported you, they've all not understood the nuances of the matter. But they see a certain issue and they associate with it that this cannot be happening. Whether I know Dennis or I don't, you arrest him in the manner you did. I don't agree with
the guy doesn't know the manner in which he was arrested.
But he's aware of an arrest and understands that that arrest cannot be okay. And so he's coming to demonstrate against that unjustifiable arrest. But you can play it. It doesn't change anything.
Play the full video.
The video doesn't change anything. The substance of the matter is that there's a disagreement of something that has happened. Perhaps if they have asked him, why are you here in terms of what has happened, he would have told you. He said they have arrested somebody, they should bring them out. So he understands.
He said everything. He said, look, he is from Wali Wali.
Yes.
And in spite
and if you had spoken,
listen,
I'm coming.
He's saying that he's from Wali Wali.
Yeah.
And that he understands that the person who has been arrested is Raymond Acha, who is a gun.
No. He was led. No. He was led to say that because he said, "Who is?" No, Uncle Kwesi. No, Uncle Kwesi. No, I'm coming.
And that even though Raymond Acha is a guy, he from Wali Wali, who is a Mampuli, is ready to defend him because Raymond Acha is MPP.
No,
that's what he said.
No. So the interviewer, Uncle Kwesi, come on, Uncle Kwesi. The interviewer led him on, say that you are singing a certain song. Okay, that Raymond Acha. And he said, who is Raymond Acha? Because he doesn't know the name of the person who is arrested, says that he is the man. It doesn't change the fact that he knows why he's there. Why is there matters to say that somebody has been arrested. I disagree with that arrest. Whether I know that person is Moro, Al-Kwesi, or who, I disagree fundamentally with why the
person has been arrested.
No, he didn't say that. He wasn't asked why the person was arrested. He said, our man was arrested and we want him to be brought out. That is the trust of the matter. Yes.
Listen, our team manager has been arrested.
Yes.
And that normally, I wouldn't have demonstrated in favor of a gun man. By extension. Yes.
That's not what he said.
Because he said, look,
he demonstrating against a certain arrest, which is not justifiable. So, Uncle, see, that's
the man is a gun. But even though he's a gun, I'm demonstrating because the team manager
of Bawumia, MPP member, he told you that he's here because of Bawumia. Bawumia at this point is leader of our party. Okay, consummate the party. He says that because of Bawumia I'm here. In essence, is there because of MPP. That is clear.
True.
And that this is MPP. Okay,
but
so
what you're saying is true.
Yeah, so let's focus on that.
But hold on. What he's saying is that under normal circumstances, somebody like you should not be demonstrating for a gunman.
Why?
The only reason why he's demonstrating for a gunman called Raymond Acha is because he's the Bawumia's team manager. That's what he has said.
Yeah, so that is MPP. Yeah. He's doing so because of MPP. Yeah. So what's wrong with that? And it's the MPP that is there demonstrating against. But if he doesn't appreciate the nuances of the matter, he understands the focus of it, which is that MPP is being treated wrongly, and I'm here to defend it.
So if Raymond Acha the gun was not an MPP member, he could have been arrested, but he will not protest for him. That's what he's saying.
No, but if he's if Raymond Acha is
because he's gun.
No, I'm gun. You are taking us to the fringes. Let's you are taking us away from the taking away from the substance. You know that.
But you see the point. Or he didn't say that.
What? But you see, what is the motive of his being there? It is to defend MPP, and that's what he says.
I'm not disputing that.
If you have spoken, Amoro, The language in Wale Wale is Mamprisi.
Mamprisi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mamprisi. If you had interviewed that Mamproli. Good. So the people are Mamprisi. So if you had interviewed this gentleman in Mamproli, you would have seen his eloquence and articulation. You would have identified the issues for you. Yes, I don't know the name of the person, but I'm here in principle because I'm an MPP member who feels that what has happened is unlawful, is excessive, is needless. Why I am here. But they didn't interview him in a language he's most comfortable in, and you are asking him in English. And so but that was what he would have said if you had interviewed in Mamproli, which they didn't do. Okay. Yes, they didn't do that.
Now you're becoming a magician.
No.
You're conjuring a thing.
The
guy said
there's a language barrier.
Yes, it's a language barrier.
The language barrier doesn't affect.
Listen,
here is the guy who says that I'm here to protest. Even though I'm a Mamprisi, I'm here to protest, in spite of the fact that the guy who has been arrested is gone. The only reason why I'm here to protest for a Ghan man is that he's the manager of Bawumia,
which is the same as MPP.
Exactly.
Okay, yes,
I consider.
Yes. So that's why he's there.
In other words, if somebody who is an NDC member and a Ghan had been arrested under the same conditions, he would not have found reason to protest for that person.
See, that's a condition you have introduced, but the guy didn't introduce. Yes, that's you're introducing that. You are inferring, which is the same thing I did and you disagreed. You are inferring from his statement that if Raymond Archer were NDC, he wouldn't have come. But
That's what he said.
But the point, what he wants to say is that I am here because the supposed Raymond Archer is MPP. That's what I've come. You are inferring that. Yes, so that your inference is yours, not his. His point has been made.
So if Raymond Archer was not MPP, would he still have gone to?
Well, that is a future condition that if it arises, he may. But right now, he's here to defend the supposed Raymond Archer, who is Dennis Miracles, who is an MPP. And that is plain and simple. That's what he meant to say.
Suppose Raymond Archer, who is Dennis Miracles.
Yes.
That's a beautiful...
Yeah, but you know, that came about because...
Suppose Raymond Archer, who is a Dennis Miracle.
Yes. So, you see, and that came about because the interviewer led him on to say so, because obviously he has admitted he doesn't know the person's name. And so you say that you are singing a certain song, and so it infers. You know, in the demonstration, you are championing the person's advocacy. So perhaps that's the person I came here to defend. But he was there for MPP. But you know, Uncle, this
done well at all.
No. You want to watch the video?
They should play the full video.
Oh, Uncle Kwesi, why are you doing this? We have more important things to talk about. You have seen the video.
More important things than this.
No, but you have seen to focus the matter on the video. It's like we are come here to entertain ourselves. No, but we are here to talk about how we move forward, Uncle Kwesi. How we move forward.
I thought that this was a very important issue.
No, but
your party held the press conference. They raised it in Parliament.
This video matter, you are moving us to the tangent.
Now you say it's not important.
The video, you are moving us to the tangent. This gentleman was not the only person there. Okay, there were thousands. Our general secretary was there. Our organizer was there. Everything they say, you have not brought that for discussion. You are talking about tangential matter, and you are trying to make that the substance of Good Morning Ghana conversation.
So let me do this briefly. Let me do this briefly, and then I would let me do this briefly, and before I bring you in now, Dennis Miracles Abuaji himself has just issued a statement. And the statement, this is what the statement says. In fact, this is his first time he's publicly making a comment since he was released from, how do you call it, the Yoko's, yep. Oh, I don't know why this thing is, all right. Okay, so Dennis Miracles Abuaji says, I am out. I am an unbroken, and I'm more ready than ever. Thank you, patriots. 4 days ago, just one day after I declared my intention to serve our great party as National Communications Director, I was picked up and detained by Yoko. A false narrative was put out about my arrest, but Ghanaians are not fools, and neither are the good people of the New Patriotic Party. Please get it a bit... yeah, please, yes. Okay. Neither the good people of the New Patriotic Party. The facts and the truth will prevail. That's what he puts out there. Now, he also continues to say that to every party faithful who hit the street, who raise their voices, who refuse to be silent, I see you. And I saw you, I heard you. From my detention, word of your protest reached me, and it kept my spirit standing tall. You did not just defend Dennis Miracles Aboagye, you defended the principle that no voice can be intimidated into silence. Let me be clear. If the intention was to break me, it has failed. If the intention was to scare me, it has failed spectacularly. I will lead New Patriotic Party's communication director to command the narrative, and no sell, no fake story, no intimidation will change that. Okay? And it says, fuel has only been added to fire. To my legal team, party leadership, and every single supporter who stood with me, thank you. This journey is no longer mine alone, it is ours. We move stronger, louder together. Build to lead, ready to win. Hashtag command the narrative, hashtag unbroken, and what? What's the other hashtag again? Okay, unarmed. All right. Oh, and okay. All right. I didn't get that, but I'm sure that I'm sure that I'll look at it. So that's his first statement. I don't know whether you would you'd have any quick comment to
that. Yeah. I mean, so it's clear.
I'm bowed. That's the word. Okay, that's what
it's clear, and that's a manifest in the conversations we have had. Ankwesi and I, and Ankwesi's own experience presuppose that if you are convinced and you have a conviction about a certain cause,
right,
you are unperturbed, and that all these momentary abuse of state power to arrest and to detain will not dampen your spirit if you honestly believe in a cause you are serving. And so it goes without saying, if this statement hadn't come, that would be the assumption I make, and many others would have made the same assumption. So I wish him well, wish him every strength to carry on. But the point is that these things must stop. What people are invited to do in public life is to contribute their time, their expertise and energy to build a certain society that we all deserve. And that is a sacred engagement. And people ought to be given the opportunity to do it and not be hindered in this manner. What has happened, I think, is regrettable. It's something that I told you earlier on, doesn't marry with President Mahama's own experience as president before. And as a citizen of this country, he's not gone through that. His record does not suggest, or his personality does not suggest that he is somebody who would treat people like that. Why it's happening in his government is very confounding. And on the matter of Raymond Archer being demonized, I think completely that is not fair. If it's the case, but it is not the case. You hear somebody's name being mentioned, somebody being accused, because what his action is producing is hurtful to people, it's affecting people, and people think that ought not to be the case. So if you hear him being mentioned, it is not because there's a plot to demonize him, because he is the man in the arena. He is the man in the arena whose name must be mentioned, because should we say Ankwesi has detained him? No.
If you say Richard.
Perhaps. Should we say Moro? Maybe should we say Moro? It's not Moro. It's not Richard who had detained him. And it's not Moros whose detention of Miracles we find objectionable. Okay. So it is his detention, that his arrest and detention that we find objectionable. And so therefore his name will be mentioned. That does not mean that he is to be demonized or he is to be singled out for certain treatment. I don't think that anybody purposed that. I will not purpose that. In fact, no, I'll tell you this. And my pain in discussing this matter is how I hear other people talk about it to make it as though that it's okay that it's happening today. My fear is, and obviously offline I was telling you about how I worry about where our democracy is headed, to the extent that this will be internalized. And tomorrow, when occasion is given to other people, they would want to equalize. Perhaps their proportion will be higher. And then you are digging a deeper hole, because whoever you are doing it today will have a chance tomorrow. So if you have the chance tomorrow, you are doing it to somebody because he did it to you yesterday, the degree of difficulty will continue to increase. And at one point, it will explode. And so we don't have to encourage this behavior. Okay. So I guess the conversation should center on common sense to say that if it happened yesterday and we disagree with it, today, let's set a better example. So we make it difficult for others tomorrow to use what is happening today as a basis to do even worse.
All right.
That is the point.
I get the point. Let me bring in our viewers now. So Andrew Ejapa Mesa, who is a former MP for 2nd D. Why?
Oh, I know what the Japan is going to say.
Okay, so once you have an idea, then I'll go ahead and read it.
Yeah,
so he says, mischievous Kwesi Pratt at his best. We all watched the tape and we understood what the interview and the young man said. How Kwesi Pratt is making a big deal out of this matter is baffling. Okay. Now, Mansa Musa from Voice of London, UK says, Moro, let it be known that if probity and accountability demands are not met, or if the politics of the day fails to convince Ghanaians that his political system can ensure discipline in all endeavors, then it is likely that this multi-party democracy will face serious opprobrium in the near future. We must take accountability very seriously indeed, just like it is done in most countries. Practicing any sort of governance, be it democratic, autocratic, socialist, or any monarchy. Check around the world. In Europe, in the Americas, politicians are politically exposed, and politically exposed persons get arrested by state security agencies all the time. Why are some Ghanaians insinuating a false narrative to suggest that to arrest a politician is a taboo? The level of indiscipline in our governance dispensation is alarming. It has to be confronted if we are not to render this democracy untenable and irrelevant. Good morning to you, and from Mansa Musa, Voice of London Radio in the UK. Alhaji Hamza from Pig Farm says, good morning, my brother. My brother, it's important we set the record straight in this country. MPP should be made to know that nobody is sharing power with them in this country. We have only one president in this country, and the person's name is President Mahama, and the NDC in power. The good people voted for the NDC and President Mahama to protect lives and property of citizens, and that is exactly what this government is doing. The security agencies have a mandate, and citizens to go about fighting corrupt officials who try to steal monies from the state coffers. We should remember that there will always be a day of accountability when you decide to take public office. We should try to stop this act of trying hard to defend corrupt officials belonging to our political parties and think of the nation first. The MP is behaving as if what is happening today just started today. Sani Saliu says that okay, so let us okay. Sani, I didn't get the message. If you can send it again, because I'm not too sure what exactly you want to say. Now, Alfred Kojo Trado says, good morning, and to your cherished viewers, Richard Ayangba and the rest of the MP spin doctors should stop wasting our ears with the reset agenda by the then candidate John Dramani Mahama. Let's assume without admitting. So because of the reset, we should not allow state institutions to work. How can we fight corruption when we keep interfering in matters like this? I wonder why Richard Ayangba has still not been picked. He's still talking about the K2 matter. This matter he has explained time and time and again, but you keep bringing it back. All right, so Prosper Ashikwe from Asylum Down says, more like I've said yesterday, all the things happening to Dennis today have happened yesterday, and the same would happen tomorrow. My prayer is that the application of our laws is done in a humane and judicious manner. One would feel a sense of deja vu listening to lawyer Atachia and many others pro and anti on this matter. I can tell you on authority that the tenets of our politics when it comes to the application of our laws is so predictable, and equally predictable are media discussions of the same. It's just like the predictability of what would happen to our environment next rainy season come June, July 2027. It's high time political actors begin to learn to respect our laws and institutions we mandate to enforce them. I struggle to understand what exactly the hue and cry of those leading the We Boys amassment of Yoko is for. The question is, has Yoko infringed or infracted any law? If so, the court day there, or look, this thing about rallying and giving monies and alcohol to hungry street dudes who hitherto should have been catered for by the same political actors to amass and threaten to break into state institutions over the arrest of persons purported to have engaged in a corrupt act threatens our democracy and will kill our democracy one day and our country. This thing is gaining a different momentum gradually and creeping into our entertainment. We should be very careful. Let's leave Yoko to do their job in peace. If bail conditions are harsh, then his lawyers know exactly what to do. It's happened before, and I bet it will happen again. Good morning, Richard. It's a Richard know something. I tell you. You know Prosper?
Yeah.
Insult you small, but don't read it.
No, well.
You know,
Well, this is not you.
It's always insulting you.
It's not you.
Desmond, who is the managing editor of the Catalyst newspaper, says, ask Richard, if the NP knows we must make progress and yet they keep telling us the tables will turn and that they will do worse they're going through today if they ever get opportunity to come back to power, please ask him as well what Raymond Archer has done that can be deemed unlawful. Now, Hassan Saudogo says, Salam alaikum, brother. If Anyagba saying NDC reset is backwards, then they should stop complaining of the arrest of MP thieves because, according to Anyagba, NDC is living in the past. Sir Obama from Pokwasi says, did I hear Kwesi Pratt say Raymond Archer is not vindictive and that he's only doing his work? I'm sorry. He cannot whitewash Raymond on your network. His conduct in office speaks volumes in the country. And in the contrary, and we shall continue to call him out so long as he carries himself as a rogue at Yoko, where he runs the once revered investigating institutions as his private property, arresting citizens without recourse to due process and imposing draconian bail conditions. This is not a warning but an advice to him. He should start preparing his sureties in advance. Tomorrow is heavily pregnant. Musa Abat of Maswasi says that people like Richard Anyagba, who once defended the actions of the security agencies, are now condemning the same practice. If these methods are wrong today, they are wrong, yes, regardless of which government was in power. Instead of selective outreach, and political parties should support reforms to ensure due process, fair bail conditions, and access to legal representation to strengthen Ghana's democracy. Greetings to Dr. Amobafo, aspiring national vice chairman. And then finally, I beg you, I know I have to take a break. Okay, so Timothy Goba. Timothy, Daily Graphic, he says he likes your shirt. He says he likes your shirt. And I have some other. So finally, Kwame Sapwasedu of the Center for Democratic Development. He says, good morning, Moro. It's interesting listening to Richard say that if these things happened in the past, we should entrench them, though I agree. Like he said, if it was so, what were the arguments then? The irony is that those shouting today were the same people who defended these atrocities in the previous government. I always remind them of how Oliver's Bill rights were abused on numerous occasions. That's the hypocrisy I always bring to your attention. See, the politicians will do it to each other when the shoe is on the other foot. It was done at the MPP, and Samuel could insinuate, given the opportunity, they will do it again. My view is that these matters around bail must be tested at the Supreme Court for a definitive position of the Constitution to be clarified. That's the only way to go. That's the only way this will stop. We'll take a short break. Please don't go anywhere. We'll come back and get our guests to land properly on the issues we've raised, and then we'll take a break.
And there they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position. Every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control. He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water, one for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Are you a headmaster, headmistress, parent, teacher, or an educator looking for high-quality textbooks for preschool, primary, and junior high school students? Look no further than Advocate Publishing Company. Advocate Publishing Company is a leading publisher of educational materials in Ghana that publishes very engaging, interactive, and comprehensive textbooks that meet the needs of students, teachers, and parents. Our textbooks are thoroughly published to make learning fun and easy. They are also designed to stimulate critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in students. Make Advocate Publishing your preferred choice for all your educational needs. Explore our range of textbooks and educational resources. Visit us at the old GNTC yard near Kingsway, Accra. You can contact us on 0503 786 776 or 02408 06354, also 0531 600 360, and connect with us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at Advo Publishing. Don't settle for less. Choose the best. Advocates Publishing Company, empowering young minds one textbook at a time. Thinking Publishing, think Advocates Publishing.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush.
Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger.
Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kelkits. Happy smile.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Femi Kalika, just call me cockroach.
Now, Mr. Femi once now.
Hey, that's you. Impruka. Yeah. Captain Mosquito, double the accent. Me did it, Sasso spray. Mr. Femi Sasso quell. Yeah, go to my Sasso.
Come tum preko.
Ghana for the second World Cup running, the only Africans left standing.
What's getting a number of good ones?
We could have close to 200 doctors. Oh, Piazza Nampi, challenge today, the jackpot day. We did live.
He's in the area. He's scored.
Oh,
It's the Lucky World Cup Sikapuduo promo. Every 11th June, Kosi 31st July 2026. Play and win your share of the 1 million Ghana City jackpot with a minimum stake of just 10 Ghana Cities. 20 lucky customers go win their share of the 20,000 Ghana Cities daily jackpot. Top 10 agents go chop bonus every weekend. Trying to Lucky app, Lucky website. Agent to ana dial *288#. Lucky World Cup Sikapuduo. Kitty one tickets, yeah.
Auntie, one man no chopo. Blow beyond your pramame.
Terms and conditions apply. Play responsibly. Not for persons under 18. Licensed and regulated by the NLA.
Play small, win big.
This July, Ghana will host global downstream energy leaders, innovators, and experts at the Ghana International Petroleum Conference, GIPCON 2026, to collaborate, exchange insights, and develop strategies and groundbreaking innovations through strategic dialogues. The event, held under the auspices of the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Honorable Dr. John Abdullah Junapo, is on the theme Building a Resilient Downstream, Policy, Innovation, and Investment for Growth. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, is our distinguished guest of honor. Speakers for the event are Mr. Godwin Kujo Tamako Esquire, Chief Executive of NPA, Dr. Patrick Ofori, Chief Executive of Seaboard, Dr. Riverson Opon, Chief Executive of COMAC, alongside other key captains of industry. Join us from the 16th to the 17th of July 2026 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day at the Palms Convention Center, La Palm Royal Beach, Accra. We can't wait to host you.
All right. right. Unfortunately, we have to go to Jubilee House. The Minister's Accountability Series is taking off today. Well, not taking off. It's happening as we speak. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, the Honourable Emmanuel Lama Kofi-Ba, who's also MP for Elembele, is taking his turn, and so I won't be able to come back to my guest. Thank you very much for watching Good Morning Ghana. Same time, inshallah, we'll be back. My name is Audu Moro. Assalamu alaikum. Bye bye. Have a good day. Watch this and enjoy.
From January to June this year, notable progress has been made across the forestry, the mining, and the lands subsectors. These achievements reflect the collective efforts of government, our agencies, development partners, traditional authorities, local communities, and private sector stakeholders. I wish to take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation to all our stakeholders for their continued partnership and support. Together, we will continue to build a natural resource sector that delivers lasting benefits for present and future generations. Ladies and gentlemen, the following are the key achievements of the subsectors, and I'll start with the forestry subsector. I'm sure you are aware that despite the immense contribution of forestry subsector to the national economy, the sector continues to face deforestation and forest degradation with their consequences to our existence. To address these issues, a number of strategic actions have been undertaken by the ministry. I'll start with the first very important one, the Tree for Life Reforestation Initiative. This flagship program initiative was launched by His Excellency President John Mahama, and this program seeks to restore degraded forest reserves and mine out areas and transform them into ecologically functional landscapes. The impact of the program remains a significant intervention in government's aggressive environmental restoration agenda. In 2025 alone, about 31 million seedlings were planted. In fact, our target was 30, we exceeded it. And we achieved a success rate of 50 to 78% in the northern savannah and the 65 to 85% recorded in the high forest zone, resulting in the restoration of approximately 23,600 hectares of degraded landscapes. Based on this success, the ministry is maintaining the planting target of 30 million seedlings this year, which we commenced on the 5th of June until the end of the rainy season. To support the implementation, the Forestry Commission has engaged and deployed 2,719 youth forest champions who are actively involved in nursery operations, seedling production, site preparation, tree planting, maintenance, wildfire prevention, and protection of forest reserves. The general public is encouraged to join this national campaign of tree planting and nurturing to make Ghana green. I want to use this opportunity to express the ministry's profound gratitude to corporate Ghana and other stakeholders who have supported this initiative. Second, on the forestry is addressing illegal mining in our forest reserve. Ladies and gentlemen, in our determination to protect our forests from illegal mining activities, the ministry, working closely with the Forestry Commission and other stakeholders, intensified enforcement operations within forest reserves. And these are the results. Just in the last 6 months, we arrested 258 suspects, demobilized 6 excavators, 1,225 pumping machines were seized. We demobilized 765 Shamfan machines. We destroyed 35 tricycles. Motorbikes that were seized were 212. Structures destroyed, 430. And gold detectors that we seized was 40. All this in the forest reserve alone. And I'm happy to tell you, today I'm not here to tell you about red zones because we have not had any red zone, which means that government supporting the Forestry Commission is firmly in control of our forests. Wildlife resource management regulations. As part of efforts to strengthen wildlife conservation and management, the ministry, in collaboration with the Forestry Commission, is developing a legislative instrument to give effect to Wildlife Resource Management Act 1115. The legislative instrument, when approved, will provide legal backing, operational guidelines for community resource management areas, we call them CREMA, which has now become a model for engaging communities, landowners in sustainable forest management. And then we already have talked briefly about the reclamation in minor areas. The ministry, working with private sector, has embarked on an aggressive strategy to reclaim degraded minor areas and transform them into ecological zones. The last time we were here, we talked about how huge that responsibility is in terms of how much we have to reclaim on this destroy line. In partnership with private sector, I can tell you that just last year we reclaimed 1,335 acres of degraded land. And this was done in the Ashanti region. We have gotten commitment from private sector to undertake more reclamation, and we are targeting another 1,500 reclamation this year. And this in addition to the government's own reclamation effort of 960 acres in selected area registry. So we hope to improve those numbers. On ecotourism promotion and revenue diversification, one of the key priorities of government is to maximize revenue from forest and wildlife resources. To achieve this, the ministry, through the Forestry Commission, is improving ecotourism facilities within our national parks and resource reserves. Our focus this year will be on the completion of the 120-seater picnic area and 10-unit chalet at the Shire Hills Resource Reserve. Additionally, 20-room tourist accommodation and restaurant at the Mole Park will be completed. Let me say that this is a huge opportunity for private sector partnership with the Forestry Commission, and our doors are open for those discussions. We want Ghanaians to visit our forest reserve and travel in with families, and we think that we can open that opportunity. Another key achievement is the issuance of forest law enforcement government and trade licenses. We call it FLET licenses. As you may recall, Ghana in August 2025 became the first country in Africa and second only in the world to qualify for the issuance of FLET licenses. Since then, Ghana has issued 600 licenses to 22 destinations in the European Union. At the end of the second quarter of this year, we had issued 411 licenses. The FLET license has enhanced Ghana's credibility in the timber trade internationally, because this FLET license simply says that Ghana's timber is sourced sustainably and from very approved legal sources. And that's what this FLET license does. It's giving Ghana a lot of mileage in the international arena. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a very important news in the forestry sector as well. I'm happy to announce a historic cabinet decision taken on the 24th of June 2026 to revoke Executive Instrument EI 144 as amended by EI 234, effectively ensuring that the Achimota Forest retains its original status as a forest reserve and providing ecological safety zone for Accra and its environments. And you have to clap for that. If you think about it, this is the only last man standing forest cover in Accra, and President Mahama is determined to protect it at all costs. Ladies and gentlemen, I now move to the Minerals Commission. The mining subsector recorded significant achievements aimed at strengthening regulations, enhancing value addition, improving safety, and combating illegal mining. First is the passage of the Minerals and Mining Royalties Regulations 2025, LI 2517. A major legislative milestone this year is the passage of the Minerals and Mining Royalties Regulation, which establishes a sliding scale royalty payment, presents strategically adaptive framework for both the Republic as the resource owner and mining companies as contractors and investors. This regime ensures that government captures significant revenue during periods of rising commodity prices or production booms, while conversely alleviating financial strain on companies during downturns by reducing rates to prevent negative cash flow, encourage continuous operations, and guarantee job security. And this is very, very important. And so the regulations is a win-win for not only the people of Ghana, but for the industry as well. We want to ensure there's continuity of operations at all times, while government also takes advantage when there's a boom. We have also reviewed the minerals and mining policy that has been in place since 2014. I'm happy to announce that the minerals and mining policy that has been in place since 2014 has been revised and approved by Cabinet this year. This policy seeks to indigenize mining by strengthening local content through domestic value addition to minerals, improve linkages to manufacturing industry, and deal decisively with the menace of illegal mining and the protection of our environment. Another important milestone is the review of the Minerals and Mining Act that has been in place since 2006 at 703. Following extensive stakeholder engagement, the Minerals and Mining Act 2006 at 703, which has been operational for over 20 years, has also been reviewed and endorsed by Cabinet for onward transmission to Parliament for approval. Currently, it's being gazetted. The revised bill provides an updated, coherent, and forward-looking legal regime to ensure that mining contributes immensely to national development. And I'll give you some few highlights on some of the changes that you will see in this new act. The act introduces district mining committees, and forever we are going to finally empower communities where the mining takes place by saying that anybody who is going to be engaged in licenses will begin the licensing process with the communities. They will give their recommendations before you come to Accra. We have removed reconnaissance and prospecting licenses and replaced it with exploration licenses fixed for 5 years maximum. Why? For a long time, the industry has been occupied by speculators who have simply taken licenses and occupied the whole of Ghana and do nothing. We want serious investment that are focused on the serious business of mining.